I'm being bullied and the stream ain't even started yet. You were helping, Loros. That is true. I was not yelling at you about it. I was staring at a Mebbing. Staring him down. I'll do it again. Okay, let's find some pretty music to listen to, and I'm going to show up. Here we go. Whoa. I did it. That was loud as fuck, but I did it. Hi. Welcome in, everyone. I almost said happy Monday, but it's not Monday, it's Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. I went on a fun little burger lunch date with Weewon. And, yeah, we got some Vandalt stuff done. Specifically, we got, like, solo quests done. Happy Monday. Yeah, happy Monday. Also, I got Sprite. I'm drinking soda for once. I normally either drink juice or water, but here we go. Yeah. Spicy water in this. Hey, you be nice to my spicy water, alright? I like Sprite. Sprite's good. But, yeah, it is Wednesday, my dudes. Thanks, babe. Leon Bearward. Thank you for the pet, Loros. I was about to scream. I also like spicy water. Okay, good. A fellow Sprite enjoyer. Yeah, we all have Sprite in this house. That's 2 more burps for the counter. He just burped twice. What is happening outside? Oh, it's just windy. Or the gate kept jostling. Dang you. There's 1 more you need to count. He burped 3 times. Alrighty. But, I'm gonna hop into the call with him because it is Wednesday, and back by popular demand, we're gonna be talking about Trivium. Now, for those of you who don't know, let me give it a tiny little intro. Trivium is something that we talk about a lot, but I never really cover. I think we've covered it kind of once, but it's a roleplay that we do, that we've invited.
Ugga booga. Hey, what the fuck, Lando? Ow!
Rude. But, yeah, no, it's a roleplay we've been doing for the past few years, and it's near and dear to my heart, and I care it a lot, and it's where I throw a lot of my OCs in. It's like, whenever I'm talking about OCs, any OC at this point, they're just in Trivium. Subjects to students to the trial of seeking mental health. They have counselors. They have people that help them with that. Anyway, let me hop in and we can get into the actual world itself.
Leon!
Hello.
Hello, Leon.
I was here all... Been here all along.
I see. Sorry, I was yawning.
All good.
Also, I heard you, and I heard you burping.
Yeah, I did that a lot.
Thank you, Mandic. Yeah, I'm a yawny little creature today, and I don't know why. I'm just yawning.
I'm baby creature Yanni boy.
Pick him up, you throw him.
No!
Don't picky me up, you throw me. That's mean. Let me get a little sip of my Sprite. But, Yeah, so just as a quick cover, Trivium is a superhero-themed roleplay Discord server that me and Leon have been DMing, co-DMing, I guess, together for I don't know, for a while now. And he holds on to the main stuff while I act as, like, the gremlin force. I'm only privy to so much information because I am also playing multiple students, but it is, like I said, superhero inspired. Specifically, it was based lightly off of My Hero Academia. And it's the first generation. So, unlike in My Hero Academia, where the world is, like, fully established, you know, people are just expected to be born with some sort of power or whatever. For Trivium, it's first gen, so people have no fucking clue what's happening. So how has I think it was Venus plotline been? Venus plotline?
Cupid, probably.
Did you mean Cupid? We have been dealing with a Cupid. That's still technically going. That is in conjunction with the timeline bullshit, because Cupid fucked with the timeline. Cupid, yes. Yeah, we will be getting to that. But I am starting at the beginning here. Because Lilin told me to. Lilin demanded lore. Demanded it! Okay, no, I just thought of something fucked up. You know how I make the meme that I don't watch his Warhammer 40k streams, and I'm like, oh wait, I just got here, start over, and it's the end of his stream?
Yeah.
What if Lilin does that to me with this?
I'm gonna laugh so
I'm
hard.
gonna laugh hard. He doesn't say a single fucking thing, or he's not even here. He shows up for the last 10 minutes. He's like, wait, no, start over.
Start over. I missed it.
Anyway, back to what we were doing. Yeah, so we based it slightly off of My Hero Academia, specifically what would have happened. It was our own thought experiment on what would happen with the first generation. It takes place in Scotland, and it was also slightly based off of a roleplay we were invited to, but we didn't run, and it was also superhero based, but it was ran really shittily.
Yeah. The DM for it, I was just like,
she didn't know what she was doing.
brother man, please. It just feels like you're icing a cake 54 times in a row.
Well, because I know what was happening. She was DMing it, sort of, but she wasn't, like, getting a full lockdown on the rules. So some players assumed they were killing everyone, while others just assumed it was, like, a simulation for fighting. So it's like, oh man, so they were, like, conflicting information where this one team was like, yeah, we killed this other team, and this other team was like, nah man, it was just a simulation, we didn't actually kill anyone. So it's like, I was very confused and didn't know what was happening. And also, everyone's abilities were super fucking OP for no reason. I was over here starting with, like, baby shitter abilities.
Hi, Renetta. Thank you for the catnip tea.
Nom, nom, nom. Here, let me get a little...
And we want hug.
But yeah, it was really frustrating because it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I call le million. I call le million. Is that your ability? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, he gets medic picks the character. He's the one that basically like goes down to the ground and like just appears and says power and.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, the fucking one with the doofy eyes.
Also, these people were very fucking particular. They're like, you have to say you actually stepped out of my fire or you get burned to death. I'm like, no shit, my character's gonna step out of your fire. What do you mean? And it's like, you have to specify that you walked 120 feet out from the range. I'm like, no, I fucking don't. Shut up, you're annoying. They were fucking rules lawyering me. It was stupid, and it was
And I
poorly
hated
ran.
it, so I was like, what if...
I was like, what if we made our
do
own
it?
stuff? And then we made our own stuff. Phase through anything bullshit, yeah. Random bullshit, go!
Yeah.
So what we did was go, okay, fuck that. This is stupid. People need a lock on their abilities because you need a place to start.
Mhm.
We need a combat set of rules to make sure no one gets stupid with it.
Which is what I'm good at.
And we need a system to make sure people actually get hit or don't get hit, instead of just auto hitting or not, whatever. Because there are rules in roleplay where it's like, don't auto hit, don't never get hit because that shit's annoying, shit like that. I'm
Yeah.
imagining powers like, oops, gives the kid the ability to summon deities like Persona. Hey, give it time. But no, since these kids are first gen, they don't do anything nearly as crazy as what you'll see in My Hero, because that's after generations of abilities.
Iterative, yeah.
Yeah, of abilities like coming together. That's not to say some of them aren't broken, but
Or as Edgar calls it, iterative progress.
Edgar's a dork, and I love him, and I miss him.
Mm,
Get him out of jail. I miss him.
he's in jail. He's
No,
a criminal.
no, he's not. Get him out. I miss him. Give me Edgar. Give.
Sorry.
Put in my hand. Put in my hand. Anyway.
He's in jail.
He is in jail. So we'll cover all those characters as well. I can pull up pictures of them as we go. When was the last time you saw Edgar? How do you know he's still in jail?
True.
You know what, Medic? You're fucking right. Edgar's no, Edgar's still in jail because he's waiting for something. I don't know what, but that man always has a plan.
Seems like he always knows a little bit more than what he's letting on.
It's almost like he knows what's happening or something. But yeah, that's where we started. So we said, okay, we're going to be first gen, we're going to have combat rules, and we're going to work with our players to make sure they have a cap on their abilities at first. Like I said, at first, so that they're not blowing shit up immediately. Because y'all are 16-year-old students. You're not power, like, you're not superheroes yet. Calm down. And because they're fourth, because of Kokoshi, I fucking knew it! You son of a bitch! I called it! I fucking called it!
I fucking called it.
Hi, Blippi. Lilin, I said that shit before we started, like, before we properly got started. I'm like, this motherfucker is gonna come in and be like, that's when start over.
Like, who's Mr. Trivium and why does it matter?
Who's John Trivium? I'm gonna cry. Edgar waiting to merge with Alan and Poe. Does Edgar have two brothers named Ellen and Poe?
No, he's an only child.
Oh, his parents hated each other, got it.
Yeah,
Who
they
is
really
John?
did.
Who's the cool sounding dude on stream? Oh, that's my husband Leon. He's really hot and he's really cool. And he runs this really cool game called Vandal. And also he helps with Trivium. He's the main DM and I'm the co-DM who mostly just throws my little minions at people because it's funny. Who's that cool horse?
Combat horse.
You should shout him out, whoever he is. Yeah, shout him out. Shout out the hot guy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I was thinking for the pit.
Don't you dare be shouting me out at it.
Yeah, shout out the hot guy. Look at him. Go follow him. He's really hot. But, okay, so, since Lilin's here, I'll give a fresh recap. Trivium, roleplay, Discord roleplay, specifically. My Hero Academia themed. First generation My Hero Academia thought experiment. Came about because the superhero roleplay we were a part of sucked ass and the person running it didn't know what they were doing. There you go. That's what we've gotten so far, Lilin.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see, cap on powers. Oh yeah, and we had combat roles. If you want to do like actual pitting people against each other, we have a combat rolling system where you roll like figurative dice or whatever. And
I'm still actively tuning with it because I'm not super happy with where it is right now. Because everything is contests, and I just feel like making everything a test of luck is a pain in the wiener.
I
So I'm
guess.
still kind of tooling with it.
But it's all we can do without like making people fill out a whole ass sheet.
And that's exactly what I don't want to do either.
I don't want people to have to fill out a full ass sheet. So
I
we
know.
have 4 abilities for the students that we've let our players pick beforehand, and they are surprisingly the first iteration of the Vandalt abilities. There's Might, Speed,
Power, speed.
which turned into skill later. So, yeah, power, speed, toughness, and knowledge.
Yeah.
And each one does something specific. Power is how hard you hit. Speed is how fast you go, obviously. Toughness is how hard you can take a hit. Knowledge is how well you know what's, you know what you're doing. I love doing taxes for my character sheet. No! Oh, hell yeah! D&D 3.5 movement. No! You got it backwards. You get superpowers if you're gay. Yeah. You have to be gay to get superpowers. You'd fucking think, huh? A lot of the kids in this are a bunch of bi messes. A bunch of bisexual fucking messes, all of them.
Not all of them, but a vast majority seem to be.
And they're not even all mine. You've got Farid. Ugh, you've got Darmo. Isabel's probably straight. Well, nah, she's probably straight. Hello, Butler Jenga? How do superpowers get passed on to the next generation? Is all these bitches fucking gay? Do you have a me? I do. No. I don't have a medic.
Medic never handed over
Medic,
a baby.
hand over your fucking
Don't you
sticker.
have the plushie?
No, I don't have a Mavdinko sticker.
You made them a plushie at some point.
Oh, I do. I made you 2 plushies.
Pick one.
Do you want one? Do you want me to? Which one? Do you want space or regular?
Pick one.
2. I have 2 medics. Okay, I'm gonna be paused for a bit because I'm looking for a Mavdinko.
Professional
I'm
streamer,
a professional.
by the way.
Regular. Okay. When's your birthday?
The 27th of July.
July. That means you should be in here. Oh, that's Baby Goes to Space. I forgot I named it Baby Goes to Space. I think I drew it in 2023. There it is. Oh, it's not transparent. No! That's okay. For now, I'll have Baby Goes to Space. There you go. You can float. You can float next to me. There you go.
Yeah.
Baby Goes to Space. Sent in DM. Oh, thank you. Oh shit. Okay, so you have the
Transparent.
you have the transparent one. That's right.
It's baby.
If that's the case, get out of here, medic in space.
Also, this just in, selling my entire Card Fight Vanguard collection.
Well, weren't you gonna do that before?
Yeah, but now I'm trying to double down.
There we go. I got a little Mad Bink plushie on my shoulder. I did it. Alrighty. Where were we? Medic in space orbiting planet Goober. Wow! Medic has been ejected. Yeah. Send them out. Call planet Goober. Yeah, look. It's a little birthday gift I got Medbink. I drew them a little plushie.
But anyway, back to Trivium.
Back to Trivium. Right, we have the 4 abilities, and we'll use these 4 abilities to have the students roll against each other during, like, serious combat scenarios. Combat scenarios that have some sort of stakes involved. Like, they had a tournament a few months ago against other schools, or I guess less than a month ago now, huh?
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, that's right. But they went against 2 other schools, and stakes... So we had to roll, because we didn't want to, like, cheat anything. We didn't want to auto, or no auto, or, you know... We wanted to leave it to the dice, so that everything was as fair as possible for everybody.
Because dice tell a story.
Yeah, dice still tell a story. And it was really cool, and it also helped us flex our characters, and let the characters, like, come to different decisions. And it also made a really funny situation in the first round because my green bean, Talim, was trying to catch one of Leon's NPC girls, or I guess she's an OC now at this point.
At this juncture.
She was in a UFO. That's her sync. We call them syncs, not quirks. We switched the wording. And in the tournament, she was flying, and he has bandage toss pretty much because he's a mummy. He could not reach her. He kept missing because I kept rolling shitty. And this girl does not do a lot of damage. She does like 1 or 2 damage a hit.
Yeah, she's a fucking support.
And he was a tank, but he couldn't get to her, so it was me and him just rolling back and forth, trying to figure out how the fuck to get this bitch out the air.
If she would have had a couple more turns, he would have been gone down. But...
I know. He started getting so pissed, he started cussing her out in Turkish. Anyway, he eventually got her, but I got a 1. Fuck! I rolled a 1. But wait, I have a soundboard for this. Hold on, give me a second. This was literally us. That matched with my dance! How did you manage? How'd you manage that? That was funny.
Legendary timing.
Oops, sorry, Medicare in my armpit for a minute. Hi, Renetta. Thank you for the dance. Whee! Oof. Alrighty. Oh, I just realized, Checkout Leon Barbarian is still on my screen.
Yeah, don't do that.
I kind of want to keep it, but...
Don't do that, damn.
Why not?
Don't do that.
What? Go check him out.
Don't do that.
Medic branching out into pit tuber? Yeah, they started as a foot tuber, and now they're... I'm checking him out. Whoa! Whoa, Lilin. Lilin said,
Whoa.
hey.
Whoa.
But, yeah, no. So that shit was really funny, and that's why I really like using dice for that kind of stuff. Because it just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We have that. And then in the sheet for our characters, our little babies, we have them pick 3 abilities, and then a drawback. The drawback is supposed to, like, keep them from just blowing shit up. Lelin's a
because they're still physical abilities.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just magical effects that just oops all the time on. Like, there are some people with their things always on, like Andal. You can't turn his off, he's a bear.
Yeah, he has bear sync. Same with
But-
Talim. He's technically always on his. Because he's green mummy man. Who else? The bird lady. Bear
Yeah.
sync. Bink. Yeah, Andal's a bear. He's a good bear. I'm actually going to... Well... Oh no, I have a fur affinity.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was like, oh man, I don't have every single picture that I need. Oh wait, I have fur affinity. It's all pulled up there. So I'm gonna pull up pictures for people to see. Now that we're... Not like that. If fur affinity wants to work. It's still down! Well, just fuck that idea, I guess. Port! No! No port! Fur affinity's down anyway. No one gets to see the porn. I'm sorry. But, that's sad. I guess we'll just paint you a picture in your brain for now.
In your mind.
Yeah, in your mind's eye. So how all of this got started. Not from how we started it. We pretty much covered all that. But how Trivium, the universe, got started. It takes place on what I like to call Midgard. It's just Earth. But I like to think of the Norse myth stuff because I like bringing in creatures from other, like, dimensions, which actually play a role in Trivium as well. Because there's kids that can reach into these other dimensions with their powers. That fell when the guard is mid. Yeah, it's Midgard. It's kind of mid. I think it technically means middle garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But, that's what I call it. Different people have different words for it, but it's basically just the universe in which Earth occupies. And it's contemporary Earth. It's roughly 2016. Because something very fun happened 16 years before. Babe, would you want to talk about that?
Sure. Let me go.
Oh, you have notes? I don't.
Fucking. I know. So, basically, it was a riff on, So it's a riff on Y2K, you know, the end of all things, kind of like a new beginning kind of deal. That whole fucking snafu that happened. It's like, oh yeah, it's the end of.
Yeah, when people were freaking out over, oh god, our computers are gonna brick and everything's gonna crash.
And we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die for some reason.
And a couple weeks after that, there is a meteor fall that happened in Canada in Tagish Lake in the Yukon Territory in Canada.
Oh.
There's a meteor that fell. And it scattered all kinds of meteorite fragments and shit across the frozen lake that was there. And what kind of happened from there was that there was a group of scientists and stuff that went to go investigate whenever it did fall. One of the people that were in there was Dr. Edgar Fontaine, because he likes to be at all kinds of fun stuff that
that happens. For those of you who don't know who he is a pretty blonde man. Twink boy. with a quirky British accent.
Yeah.
He's great. I'd show you a picture of him, but for Affinity is down.
You could always go through like your art archives.
Some of my years are deleted to keep save space, and the rest are on my Toshiba that currently doesn't want to plug into the front because it's a blue USB.
USB 3.0.
So I can't currently get to them.
Anyway.
What's your world in the middle of the cosmology called? You're never gonna believe this.
Yeah, the middle one.
Yeah, British. Yeah, he's a little British.
Yeah, he's a British guy. He really loves science and all that stuff. And he went there, and one of his subordinates, she was there, and then she apparently got infected by whatever came from beyond the stars. Didn't cause her to go through any issues or anything. It didn't make her sick, but what it did do is supplant a kind of alien DNA onto her eggs. And now, whenever she had a baby, it was a being of pure light. And she is the origin baby from My Hero. So I still kept that in.
Yeah, we still keep some stuff.
Yeah. And ever since then, there's been, seemingly normal kids, and depending on how they were born, they were either born with these strange abilities, or over time, anywhere between a couple years old to in their teens, they started adapting these abilities, and it usually happens whenever they go through a great deal of stress.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, triggered by one thing or another that freaks out the host enough to have it protect them.
And the stress can literally be anything.
Be anything.
I wanted to be silly about it, and one of my characters got his sink by getting sand in his shoes and it irritating him to the point of being able to control sand to get it out of his shoes. That was it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be any kind of I watched my parents get shot in the street, and then my body freaked out.
Yeah. So
It's
it could be the most minute thing, or it could be like your mom's uterus is trying to kill you, you have to turn into a bear. Like,
yeah,
it could be either or. It could be life-threatening or the most mundane, stupid shit, and that's what makes it funny.
yeah. And all the bear guy, his umbilical cord got wrapped around his neck in the womb, and his kind of triggered him there, and boop.
He grabbed a bunch of fur to pop it off. This is not a pre-recorded announcement. I'm actually here. Hello, the previous message has been recorded. Doggy, I'm sorry to think your messages are pre-recorded.
Uh-oh.
Also, welcome in. So, yeah, whatever's happening to the host, whatever came from the meteor, whatever this thing is, has started making kids grow these supernatural abilities based off of just their environment. And Leon did point out something to me a while ago that made me go, huh, is that if you get your quirks early, or your syncs early, sorry, fucking...
Yeah, they're good.
Force a habit. If you get your sync early, you usually have a simpler one, or one that's more common to get based off of what a kid can get into.
Yeah, so what it is that syncs usually adapt to either something your subconscious knows or that you know. So, for example, and I'll probably turn into a bear by listening to a bunch of bear sounds whenever he was a little baby, because he lived in fucking cold ass Russia.
Quink, yeah. Cirque, yeah, no, the quink.
Yeah, the Cirque. And yeah, that's where he probably adapted it, because his brain probably heard that and he was just like, oh, okay, being a bear is epic.
Being a bear is
because
cool.
they're alive and I won't be. So let's be a bear so I can get more fur around my neck so I don't die.
It could also, weirdly enough, be hereditary memories. We actually have that, which is crazy as fuck. We can inherit our parents' memories in like very subtle
And
ways.
traumas.
And traumas. We can inherit our parents' traumas. Peanut, there's nothing to say about that. My TRIVIUM professor friend. Hi.
Not wrong.
Not wrong. I am a well, I guess I'm a TRIVIUM professor. A lot of my characters are teachers. Or some sort of dude there to help. But yeah, so it very well could have been like a memory of a bear of what his mom thinks, you know?
Yeah.
Something strong, something fucking epigenes. Epigenetics, yeah, I think that's what it's called, epigenetics. Where you can actually inherit your parents' bullshit.
Yeah. So...
God, thank you for 39 months, you scared the shit out of me! I was drinking a Sprite! Welcome in! Not anymore! I'm
Sprite.
You're so fucking right. Well, welcome in, thank you for 39 months! Mwah. Kisses all over the forehead. Are you okay? I'm fine. The Sprite just went down the wrong esophagus.
Went down the wrong beep.
Went down. I see. Thank you, Tucky. Now you're wearing a Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think epigenetics could also have some sort of role in that. But
sure, yeah.
For the most part, I do see it as the kids just knowing something and then it happening.
Yeah. So usually, whenever you're a kid, you will usually get into mischief. It's just what happens with kids. You know very early on, well, if your parents explain it to you, what's dangerous and what isn't. You know what I mean? So like, when you're very young, most kids get shocked from like an outlet. An outlet, or
I did. I was an idiot.
Kids get burnt, or kids actually fall in water and freak out. You know?
You'll have kids that will just deal with the natural, tiny dangers of the world and end up hurting themselves a bit. It's not permanent, obviously. You know, I did zap myself, but it's not like I died from it. It just hurt.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, and as a kid, you're like, ah, shit, what the fuck? And that'll cause the kids to get a sync from that. Humanity does have a gestalt, psychic field, and genetic memory. Yeah, it's really weird. We do have some sort of genetic memory we can pass on to each other.
Tell me all those fights and memories that never happened when I was a kid.
Oh, Pinguina!
Oh,
I zapped myself with an outlet as a child. Now I'm a VTuber, so I guess there were some lasting consequences.
no.
Lillian, I don't think
Um,
those are related.
yeah. No, like, but yeah, like, so kids will understand, like, oh, that's sharp, don't go near that
Oh,
because I
that's
cut in my
danger.
finger.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. So the younger you get your sync, the less kind of
Complexity it has.
complex it is, because the less complex you are.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like
and
with, like I said, with Kamal and his sand situation, he got it when he was like 4, and it's just because the sand was pissing him off.
yeah. And then he sanded away,
Yep.
and he was just like, okay, I guess I have sand powers. That's cool. Or like, so yeah, the later on you go, the more things you know. Like Jake got his whenever he was 11 years old.
That sounds about right.
He's been read fucking every single fucking Arthurian
that's
tale since he was a baby by his sister and his mom and his dad. So he knew all about Arthur and like fucking being safe because they have armor and cool magic weapons and
So when he got his sync, he equated it to Arthurian legend, and now he can do Arthurian shit.
wear hats and it turns into armor.
Yeah, Jake's sync is technically put on hat, take on persona of hat. But the hat in question, I mean in granola, the hat in question is Helmets of the Round Table.
Yeah.
There's the thing that humans have a latent psychic ability, like the ability to sense if someone's looking at you while hidden. Yeah, that shit, I've never understood that, but it's really interesting how we can, like, just sort of feel if someone's looking at us.
Yeah, sync,
Cool hat. Yeah, that's his, that's his, that's his abilities.
And once he understands, he'll be able to wear like a Santa hat and have like a Santa outfit.
Bro, dude, if he can extend his cool hat sync to other hats, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Does that mean he could put on a princess tiara and just pop into a dress?
Yeah.
Dude, he would probably be like one of the best Shakespearean theater dressers. Just take off the hat, lose his costume, put on a new hat, immediately a new person.
But drawback, he really can't take off a hat.
That's true.
For a while
We do
once
have
he puts it on.
drawbacks.
So depending on the severity of the transformation, he can't really go back anytime soon, which can lead to him dehydrating and dying.
Or choking.
Or choking.
Yeah, so I did mention the abilities will have drawbacks. Sync beast part pendant? What does that mean?
Oh god.
But yeah, so Jake's drawback is put on hat can't come off for 10 minutes. He's like, cool, thanks man, I didn't want it off anyway, you know.
But there are some hats that last for hours, and he's just like, please save me.
Please get this off me. I know Talim, his drawback, because he's a mummy, if he uses too many of his abilities, or he strains himself, his organs start drying out on the inside. What if he puts on a towering pile of hat from TF2?
Oh god.
What is that? What would that do?
So if you don't know the towering hat from TF2, it is just like a million hats on top of each other.
Oh my god, what will that do? Yeah, show me.
It's just a bunch of different hats.
That's beautiful. I don't know what that would do.
Like a bowler hat, a top hat, and like a fucking...
Lilin, bottom Brad or switch? Brad. That's funny though. It's a lot of hats.
I'm expecting one to be like, Nunya.
The sync draws on essence of the beast part.
Yeah.
Brad switch. I fucking called it. Bitch. A britch. You are a bwitch. I knew it.
But yeah, these syncs are all different and stuff, and Some of them get them through very minute means, like getting sand in your toes or wishing you could fly and being angry at birds. That's how Eve got hers.
That's funny.
Uh,
She said, I want to fly. I want to go yell at the birds.
or maybe you're tormented in your own house and take your own life, and then demons start coming to bring you back.
Oh. Cosmo?
That's Duncan.
Duncan. That's true. We have a pair of twins named Lucas and Duncan. And their syncs work together because they both experienced the same traumatic event together. That being, Duncan tried to take himself out, and Lucas walked in on it. So, and Lucas went, "Oh fucking shit, my brother!" And so now as what's the word? Same trauma. Yeah. So now Lucas, because he prayed to literally every fucking god in the universe to, like, get his brother back, angels now answer to Lucas. He can use angelic power to, you know, pray to whatever angel he's thinking of and get buffed by that angel to do certain abilities, like heal, do extra damage, give shields to people. Duncan, on the other hand...
He can sacrifice his own blood and talk to himself in order to summon horrors from beyond.
Duncan can summon demons. So they're like polar opposites of each other, but also work together.
And I did it because I was tired of making sunshine babies. I was just
You're like, I want an
the
edgelord. Flippin' sweet man-made horrors beyond my comprehension.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you made them because you didn't want to make a sunshine baby.
I was so tired of everyone being like, oh, look, the blonde one, what an idiot, because I brought up, like, you know, I want to make twins, and then everyone's like, oh, you're going to pick the blonde sunshine one, aren't you?
Nope, me!
Predictable. I'm like, man, fuck you!
I picked the sunshine baby. Lucas is a good boy. Leon, do you think of the sync I thought of with its downside?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely works, so...
Oh yeah, you'd turn feral.
Yeah, so there's someone named Alfred in Trivium that has kind of the same thing.
He can do that but just with a tiger.
Yeah, it's only a tiger. It's not like different beasts.
Yeah,
But
he
that could
turns
work.
into a tiger, and if he stays in it too long, he, like, basically becomes a tiger.
Yeah, and so basically, because he got his sync when he was 8, because his uncle got grabbed by a tiger at a zoo because he was being stupid and sticking his fingers to the cage, so he turned into a tiger to fight that tiger.
Me. Me when I turn into my enemy to fight them. Plot twist, they're actually all angels, they just answered Duncan in their biblically accurate form.
No, I wish that was true.
So the way demons work in here is that they can be fallen angels. That's the thing. Some of them can show up as angels, but they are no longer a part of the angelic sect.
Yeah.
So, you're kinda right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
They just don't show up in their biblical accurate
As-
form. They just
yeah.
show up
But, you know,
fucked up because they've been cast down.
for their insubordination. Stupid asses.
Like Vual, for instance. Vual, he has, like, burnt-looking, what are those wings? Not griffin wings. They're like these big-ass feathery wings. And they look gold, but...
Raptor wings?
No, they're just...
Eagle?
No, they're just wings, I think. They're really pretty and gold.
Pigeon?
No, he's not a...
Fucking pigeon.
He's not a pigeon! Hey, Lola, remember how I said I was telling someone about you? What? Bat wings? No, he doesn't have bat wings. They're feathery. They're long and pretty and golden, and then the tips are just scorched.
Pigeon.
Meanwhile, his halo, cast down isn't physically thrown down from heaven. Cast down as in made fallen because of insubordination to heaven.
Pigeon.
Vual's punishment was because he fell in love with a human woman, and they went, ew, icky, ew, you like a human? And then they broke his halo and threw him into hell, pretty much.
Yeah, and then he was also a pigeon.
He's
so
not
that
a
was like-
pigeon. But, y'all have actually seen me work on how my demon stuff works. And that's what Duncan communes with. Hence why I've been working on it. Because that stuff is going to become very relevant in the story at some point.
Yeah.
In fact, very soon.
Very soon.
But yeah, so that's how the actual sinks work. You catch it based off of environmental factors that makes you go, oh fuck, I have to protect the body.
Stress. So the
Evolution.
the virus forces evolution because it wishes to protect the host. Because if the host dies, so too does the virus.
And it's like, wait, I don't want to.
Like, but what if we don't want to die? Let's just rapidly adapt so that you don't die.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I do have one guy who was actually being slowly poisoned by his mom because she didn't like him. And he actually did die, but he came back, and now he has a vampire sink. I've seen angels be of two variants, the Grace and the Fallen, and while the Fallen counts as diabolic and demonic, fiends are other beings too. I run it that way as well. There are fallen angels, but there are also just straight up devils. Or jinn, as I like to call them. People who are not angels, but they are still considered infernal. And a lot of angels, a lot of fallen angels especially, kind of mingled with them and had kids with them. So that's just the umbrella term for demon now, and that's what Duncan communes with. What? But he came back! So we banished him to another island. Yeah, literally, Klaus was like 12, I think, when it happened. He finally succumbed to whatever his mom was feeding him, and then he just came back from the dead, and he's like, hey, what happened? And his mom had a fucking freak out!
Yeah. And then his brother died a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but don't worry, he came back!
But just like him, he came back.
Do you think because he realized his brother came back from the dead, he could as well?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got two undead sink brothers.
So the thing is, right, not only is it based off of your environment, it's also based off of family line.
Epigenetics, just like what they said. Genetic memories. Oh, man.
Oh man, it's almost like I had that shit in mind. That's crazy.
I do think it's really cool, though.
Yeah, so, Christoph, Klaus's brother, he
gave me a heart attack.
He used to have a sink, a different sink, where he could turn invisible. He used it way too much to follow Klaus whenever he ran away. He was basically on death's door, and then these two fucking thugs on a train tried to hurt him, and he came up and he got hurt in the process and passed to his wounds and his overuse of his sink. And then he started moving again afterward.
And he came back.
And
Frog tsunami.
I think Laura's trying to make a fucking biblical frog wizard. But yeah, he came back, and you guys know Norman, you know.
I love Norman. Y'all know Adelbert.
Wow.
Norman
Not the same guy.
What?
Not the same guy.
Not the same exact guy, but it's the same guy.
Not the same guy, though. Anyway.
Norm Ellman! His name is Norman. Norman Adelbert.
And then,
Blank.
yeah, he's like, holy fuck, that's a lich. We have to kill that.
Hi.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I forgot I had my auto clicker on. There we go. Norm Ellman is here. It's me, Norm Ellman. Hold on, let me fix this. I can do it. I can do it.
Summon a horde of frogs, they all got the...
There we go. I fixed it.
Concretion. You're done.
Congratulations, I fixed it. It's me.
Alright. Norm. Oh, hi, Norm. Hi, Mark. But yeah, Norman is now raising these two little undead creatures, and he's like, oh, we gotta keep an eye on that.
Every day he looks upon fear at this creature. He's like, I know I should kill that, but...
It's, good luck killing an 8-year-old, like...
Yeah, Christoph's like 8 or 9.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Cheers. Norm! Yeah. It's me, Norm Ellman. Alright, so we've covered how the sinks are... Good luck killing an 8-year-old Desmond Drake. Hey! Well, I mean, am I wrong?
Well, I mean, Norman has done
Norman can't
worse
take out the
otherwise.
4-year-old pure blood?
Well, that's different.
Oh, why is that different?
Because that's not going to cause an immediate threat to all living things.
How
at
do you
some
know?
Point. Well,
He doesn't know. Can't wait to drop her into Triv. It's gonna be great. Bro, your dude's gonna be hunted. And I apologize.
by a lot of dudes.
Have you
But then
considered
he's gonna
just
be like,
submitting
"No,
all
dude,
mortal
I'm cool."
possessions to the Child Lich? Yeah. Submit all possessions to the Child Lich.
You know, the thing is with liches, right? It's
Hmm?
like whenever they're fully realized, they're really, really hard to kill.
Is that why Norman's like, fuck?
He's like, it's like I can put my fucking boot to this thing's throat, and it wouldn't even fight me back, other than like a little bit. But it wouldn't matter. But if I let this thing keep going, we're so fucked. Because the last time he had to fight a lich, it almost led to him fucking dying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wildly powerful, and he's just like, man, never again am I letting that shit happen. Fucking, like, 45 years later, it's happening again!
Yeah, but it's a sink this time. It's not a real lich.
You act like that shit matters.
It'll be super funny to make a chase sequence with him. It'll be funny to watch him get chased down. Because it'll be Farron's doing it. And Farron's is like, please do not, like, make me run to get you. It'll just make things worse for you.
Just piss me off. Don't make... Well, Liam's in jail, but if he were
I was
there,
gonna
he'd
say,
be like-
Liam's not there.
He'd just be like, just don't run, man. It's gonna piss me off. And you really don't want to piss me off. Because whatever you're running from, I guarantee is not gonna be worse than me.
Yeah. Right? It's like, I've killed gods, motherfucker, don't leave! And then there was a kid who got Toon Force abilities but lost his understanding of normal causality.
That's what happened to Eddie.
Don't run, you'll die tired moment. Yeah,
Yeah, fucking...
don't run, you'll die tired.
Desmond drew Eddie.
Oh yeah, I did. The little crackhead.
Fucking
It's on my
weirdo.
Fur Affinity. Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
And the reason I go to
Wait.
Fur Affinity is because it's easier to look up. I don't want to go through all my
Can
folders.
I go?
Huh? Nope.
I'm banned!
You're not banned. It's Fur Affinity's just down. Ugh, but alright, so we've covered how sinks are made and how we get our players to put, you know, their character sinks in. Baror, we can do a quick little timeline of everything up until Trivium started. So basically, like he said, in January of 2000, a meteor crashed in a lake in Canada and started causing this virus to spread and spread quickly throughout the world. And it started infecting the X chromosomes of females on the planet, human females specifically, to latch onto the egg. And that meant a lot of babies being born after that day started cropping up with some weird features. Now, not all of them did. I'm assuming at like the first year, no dogs with sinks, shame, no, sorry. I'm assuming the first couple of years when kids were being born looking weird, it was like a tabloid thing where it's like, oh no, my wife gave birth to Bigfoot, you know, like...
Shit, my wife gave birth to a fucking horse.
Can I mimic his snoozing? Nice. Just depends if Friend has his marbles together at the time he drops or how quickly he finds something to derail the chase with. You can totally roll it to
Yeah.
see it. Hi, Zetter! Welcome in. I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, so I feel like after the first year or two, it was like very rare and much more of like a rumor where it's like,
So,
I heard Vanessa had a baby that's blue. Isn't that weird? You know, like, I'm assuming that's
So-
how it happened.
pretty much. So it was just a couple of cases here and there because it lay dormant until the actual stress happened.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
then, the older these first generation kids got, the more abilities started cropping up. So you had a bunch of 4-year-olds shooting fire out of their fingertips, and then later you had 8-year-olds cropping up with like I said, vampire abilities, or a dude being able to put on a hat and turn into that persona of that person. It started becoming more complex. Me can summon things I draw. Drawback: it has to be something that the public isn't thinking about. So the more popular he gets, the more he summons gets restricted, because people are anticipating his earlier summons.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you have to come up with all original ideas all the time, and you're just like, fucking bitch!
Also, Taki says, did you see his mimic chest?
Yeah, I saw it on Discord. It was fucking wild. I'm like, why do you have that fucking cursed thing in your house?
We technically have a mimic chest. It's right over there in the other
Yeah.
room, sitting on the wall.
Yeah.
I want to put it behind our, in front of our bed once we have the space. That's just being a popular artist online. True. Man, I wish I had that problem. who wants to see my webcomics? Please watch. Please look at them when they come out.
Please.
And it's fucking big though. So is ours. Ours is huge.
Yeah.
It takes up a lot of the space of our room, so we don't keep it in here yet.
Yeah.
But once we have the space, I'm gonna want it in front of our bed because it looks really cool, and it would be a good place to store like blankets and shoes.
Yeah, and fucking shotguns.
Mm-hmm. Shotgun. Wait, hold on.
Okay, fine. You put
Oh, we could put our weapons in there. You're right, actually.
Yeah, 18 shotguns.
No.
44
no, I
guns,
I was thinking.
13 pistols.
I was thinking
9
maybe
knives,
like swords.
17 rocket launchers.
Okay.
And 9 Gatling guns.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
gonna be so sick. And we're gonna call ourselves the Armory House.
Leon got that Resident Evil loot chest. Yeah. We also have a dice chest. It's like this really big chest, and you open it, and it's got nothing but dice in it. And you can just reach your hand in and grab out a fuck ton of like 20s and 4s and 10s. We've got a dice chest. It's really funny.
Yeah. So whenever someone comes over like, oh, I don't have polyhedrals, it's like, you fucking came to the right place.
Guess where you are. Opens chest. Alright, so yeah, after the first 12 years or so, these kids started getting sinks in droves and kind of started to scare the previous generation that was having them. Either that, or I think they got super protective of their kid.
So
Unless you're Andal's parents, in which case you're like, ah yes, my genetics are so strong, I have a bear.
yeah, and old dad was like, you cheat on me with Bear.
You cheat on me with Bear, his wife. I have never cheated on you with Bear. Doctor, yeah, no, this kid's yours, him. My genetics so strong, I make Bear.
Yeah. It's weird how, like, you can put spins on things.
It's so fucking hilarious. Well, because they didn't know what was happening. They just knew their kid was a bear.
Oops, it came out a bear. It's just like, hey, congratulations, it's a fucking bear.
There are tons of these travel chests all over Norway and Sweden. Young ladies who traveled for work brought their possessions in them. Dude, that's really cool. Back in the age of my great-grandma. Or was it my great-great-grandma? I don't know, but that sounds really cool. Oops, all bear. Yeah, Andal's a bear.
It's just a fucking big bear,
He's
dude.
just a bear guy.
And everyone that looks at him like, Jesus fucking Christ. And
Yeah.
then, like, he's just like...
Did the reveal, but the cake has a bear in it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's a fucking bear!
Yeah.
I love Andal.
Fucking daycare was very interesting.
Why did you bring us your pet bear? This is my son!
That is my son.
Say hi, Andal. Hi. Oh my god, it talks.
Bah.
Da. Yeah, they're Russian, so.
Cute.
And various cells, too. My mom has one that has a flat lid. Dude, that's really cool. Oh no, people are in the ad dimension! No!
Not the ads.
I love the memes we make. It sounds like him and Hell should hang out. I love the memes we make of Andal. He's a good bear. He's a good boy. He's like legitimately a good boy. And then everyone's just like, oh fucking shit, is that a bear?
Dude, you can't blame them though. Come on.
I can't.
He's like a fucking 8-foot tall bear that's like, holy fucking bear. Like
Well, that's what Owen realized whenever they were, welcome back everyone! We are waiting for ads to finish. We're just shooting the shit until ads are done. And then we'll get back to the main topic. But yeah, that's what Owen realized. He's like, this dude's everyone is like scared shitless of him. I do not want to act scared shitless so that he actually feels welcome. Because everyone deserves to feel welcome. So Owen did his best to swallow his fear, be smiley, and be like, okay, hi, hey, we're friends, you're cool, we're cool, we're cool, yeah, we're cool. And Andal thinks Owen's cool now, because Owen was one of the few people that wasn't like, yeah, don't hurt me.
Yeah, made him a happy boy.
Yay! He also promised him a fish dinner.
Yeah, and he's still looking forward to that.
Owen and the bear boy. Yeah, hi, sunshine! Yeah, we're talking about Trivium. Bear has a massive dog to compensate.
Oh, no.
He does.
Oh, no.
You're right. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, if we went to Fur Affinity, you could see...
What? You can see them in their mid-20s. Hanging out.
Yeah,
What's the new guy sync? Bear. What do you mean, bear? Holy shit, that's a bear! But if it... Holy shit, it's a guy! Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Alright, welcome back, everybody! We were just goofing off and talking about bears. What were we doing?
Talking about bears?
The bee spuns more like a vj. The bee... Holy fish paste! It's a guy! Yeah. Bee sounds more like a...
Privyet.
Viet.
Privyet.
Privyet. Privyet, I think. You know, it's gonna be real funny when someone hears that someone got a dragon sync, and every calls is like, what kind? Hey, there's actually two types of dragon syncs running around. There's Perry's, who is more like a western dragon, where he has like the wings and the 4 legs, and like he breathes fire, and he has like green scales. And then there's Junhua Zhang.
Junhua, yeah.
Junhua is a Chinese dragon. Cause remember, no, they're not really arrogant. Dragon puts on hat. Thank you. It's Perry Rialto. When did Perry get wings? He's gonna. He'll grow them later.
Yeah, he'll get them later.
He's still a baby, and still baby dragon, and cannot do fully dragon stuff yet.
Yeah, he has claws, tail, and wing, or fangs, and fire breath.
Yeah, he'll learn. He'll learn over time. So yeah, up until about 2012, that is when everything fucking crashed. So I wanted to do this funny little thing where Y2K happened, but also the 2012 quote-unquote apocalypse also happened, because it's funny. So when you are 12 years old, aka 11 or 12 in 2012, you're about to hit puberty, and you're probably stressed out beyond all recognition, and that's when the most syncs crop up.
Yeah.
That's when syncs really started just blowing the fuck up. That's when Owen got his, that's when Sam got his, not Marco, Alyssa, like a lot of these characters that I have got theirs usually when they were around 11 or 12. Definitely when your superpower is acne.
Oh.
Well, you're really stressed when you have those, like...
Acid acne.
Oh. That sounds painful. Don't do it.
Yeah, we've all lived through at least 4 apocalypse dates.
I've lived through at least a dozen apocalypses. Same.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But yeah, I wanted November 2012 to be like when everything just started popping the fuck off, and kids everywhere just started having, like, getting syncs out of nowhere. Ren nibbling on countertops. Don't do that. It's actually rock. Amazing. Then he bites it and wants to memorize them, or if he likes them. Don't bite. Don't bite the marble countertops. Stop it. Liam worked hard on those. Actually, I don't think they used marble for the countertops. They probably used, like...
granite.
Yeah, something simple. Something nice. Something easy.
Granite's definitely not easy or simple, but here we go.
Well, I was talking about for, like, the whole school.
Yeah. Well, they use like rock and
Plastic. Paper or plastic?
both.
Both.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Oh,
get a milk.
I miss you.
Minecraft dirt. Yeah, they use Minecraft dirt. Dirt hut. The whole school's made of dirt. Guys, I want to tell you a secret. I miss Leon. Hi, Sunshine. I miss Leon. Also, everyone who is a part of Trivium, if you want to be a part of the conversation, you can.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you little bastard, don't do that. Sorry, drink full.
There we go. I'll set the
Hamburger
status to say that
meat.
we're talking about Trivium. Don't die.
Hey, I was gonna say, they gotta have something cheap, because some kind of cheap material, because it probably gets destroyed a lot.
Oh, well, that's why you'd want to build it reinforced. You don't want stuff breaking very quickly. I know Alex is meticulous about that. I love the frame one, Sunshine.
Yeah, you know,
Pet, pet, pet. I drew that.
he did.
Funny how a lot of people who join my my voice chat are usually joining with a Fugi I drew. But yeah, no, the people who actually built the academy, which we'll get into,
Why?
Anyway, hi. We'll get into that especially, but die. I died. But I'm just waiting for Weewan. Weewan, he's getting him milk. I wonder why.
Yeah,
Probably just because he likes milk.
he's gross.
He's not gross. He's allowed to have milk.
No, I said milk is gross.
Milk, yeah. Milk's okay. I like it with strawberry.
Yeah, or chocolate. Chocolate's good too.
I prefer strawberry. He needs some milk. Yeah, I miss him. I miss the milkman.
You can still hear his voice sometimes, as if he's still here.
Banana milk? Dude, banana milk sounds kind of good.
That does.
Milk horse? No! No milk horse.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Goat milk? I've never had it and I'm scared to try. I've heard it doesn't taste the same.
Oh yeah, because it's from a goat.
It scares me. Oh, hiccups. It's good stuff. I'll take your word for it.
Do you still be lactose intolerant to goat milk? 'Cause it's not cow's milk.
I'd say yes, because it's still lactose.
Okay.
It's still milk.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it's not the cow part that makes you lactose intolerant.
Well, I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't remember which part makes you... Yeah.
Goat milk doesn't have lactose. Wait, it doesn't? For what I
That's
know?
cool.
Huh. Welp. It has far less lactose than cow's milk. But it still has some lactose. Lactose intolerant people can drink goat milk. Not zero, but less. Got it. So it's more like a... There's less, so it won't hurt me as much sort of thing.
Good.
Me one. Get milk, I miss you. Yeah, you take reduced damage. Thank you for the peddlers. Me, Mr. Wee Wine. Let me try to remember what we were talking about though before I distracted myself. So I'll know where we're going when he gets back. So we covered what makes sinks. Please, here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Sunshine, what happened to June to give her sink again?
God, I don't.
A thing fell? I think like an electric line fell or something. Cause her and Caleb both got fucking zappied.
Oh yeah.
And their bodies just learned how to like process the electric current. His went on the defensive while hers became offensive, I think.
Yes. Probably something like that. I don't know. I don't think I ever figured it out.
Well, I know because they got it at the same time.
Yes, they did. We discussed it just forever ago, so I don't remember.
I think it's what I said.
The character I know, not that she's in Trivium yet.
Mm-hmm. If goat
She
milk
was drowning.
scares you, I wonder how scared you'll be about the traditional Norwegian food stuff called lungamos. I'm assuming that's some sort of goat milk food.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm assuming a goat milk food.
Well, I'm asking him what that is. Or them.
I believe Taki is he, him.
Okay.
Yes, explain yourself. It's not goat milk food. Oh. Wait, then what is it?
Thank you, Taki.
What you laughing at me? Oh, that's why it took you a second. Were you getting cereal? No.
No more Apple Jacks, right?
Oh. Let's go. No, it was not. It's hamster milk! Taki, why are the Norwegians milking hamsters?
Because why not? They have milk.
I hope
Where's
Lilin
Granny?
is kidding. Because if Taki
Okay,
says yes, I'm gonna cry. Wait till the Rumpelstiltskin sink user arrives and things get fucked. Hamster. Yeah, hamster milk. Anyway, welcome back, babe. I held the conversation down until you got back so that we could keep discussing Trivium.
Sure.
For some reason, we got on the topic of different types of milk from animals, and I'm scared.
There's no way it's hamster milk, because
I
they're
don't
too
want
small.
hamster milk.
That would take too long to get him enough milk.
Depends on how many hamsters you milk. We're not talking about quality, we're talking about quantity.
Leon said, "Don't stop me from trying."
Like, I'm not just, like, picking up a singular hamster and squeezing it like a Capri Sun. I'm just gonna keep on going for more
It's a mix of ground beef, pork, lung, liver, and spices. Oh, why would that gross me out? I mean, sure, I don't really care for, like, lung and liver, but, like, it's just food. It's just meat.
I mean, I've never had lung and liver, so I wouldn't know. So,
I personally like eating a haunch, and that's about it as far as eating meat goes. But that's also because I'm a privileged little doughboy who can have choice for
But-
what cut of meat I eat.
So the thing is,
Mm.
one of my favorite things to eat is chorizo, which is just
Isn't
like
that...
lymph nodes and shit.
Yeah, that's
It's
like pig everything else.
Mhm.
Yeah, chorizo is just
delicious.
ground up pig stuff.
Mhm.
I like eating grilled beef heart.
Chorizo's delicious.
Fair. I will take your word for it. I am a white little potato eater. But yeah, back to Trivium. So we covered
Yeah.
2012 is where most sinks happen, and it
And
just kind of pops the fuck off because that's when kids are the most, like, going through the most shit. Maybe they're being bullied. Maybe they've had an accident and the body's finally just gone, okay, fuck you. I'm protecting you and giving you a sink for it. You know, it's where usually, like, it all just comes to a fucking head somehow.
And then as we go forward, you will realize that if you don't get your sink before a certain age, it will actually be harmful to your body.
So if you get no sink at all, and you're about 17, and you try to force that shit, it will suck. Or you just won't get it at all. What would you say the age cap is?
20.
20? Oh.
Anything past 20, if you do adapt a sink, it's not going to be a sink.
So it's like chicken pox, where it's like,
Kinda.
oh, the older you get it, the worse it is.
Mhm.
The worse it sucks on your body. Bro, I got chicken pox when I was like 12, 13. No, I was 14 at that point. That sucked. Because I got it when I was 5, but I guess I didn't get it good enough.
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, no, so as someone who got that shit late, it sucks. So... Now, when you say it'll suck, do you mean like the abilities will suck? Or adapting to it will just be really hard on the body?
If you do survive, you'll wish you hadn't.
Oh, that's not good.
So, okay, let's say I'm getting a sink and I am 18.
Happy birthday.
What would happen to me?
So 18, it will probably hurt a ton. You'll probably go to the hospital for a while. Whatever deformations will happen to you, it's meant for a smaller, less able body, so it might warp some of your bones or muscles or anything.
Oh.
So yeah, it's gonna be tough. Anything beyond 20 is gonna be fucking, if you do survive, it will be with great difficulty. If you're anything north of 25, good fucking luck.
Fair. Well, and no, don't say that. That probably has happened in like
Yeah.
the second and third generations. While suburban moms holding a sink party to make sure their kids get their sinks early. Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like there would be parents doing that. Or doing what fucking, what's-his-face did. Marrying someone with a specific sink just to pop out a kid.
Endeavor.
Yeah, Endeavor. With a specific kind of power.
And some, dual power to kind of offset the original power.
Like, I'm sure that happens, like, in the later generations. Right now we're in the first gen, so you don't see any stuff like that.
Sinks are still kind of
They're,
frowned upon.
they're very new.
Right.
They're kind of frowned upon, but mostly people are
In
just
certain
scared.
cultures. Yeah.
Parents are fucking scared of their kids and don't know what's happening. So after, 2012, all these things started cropping up and happening real fast. Edgar Fontaine comes back into the picture.
Hello.
Edgar Fontaine, what do you start working on?
I work on a fucking super sick school to help kids get control of their shit.
Yeah, so at around 2012, 2013, Edgar starts planning. He starts seeing how all these kids cropping
Well,
up.
He started doing the initiative because you need a lot of clearances to work with things that are considered a biohazard, like a contaminated zone, because anything can happen with sink users.
To be fair, the whole world started becoming a biohazard at that point. You can't cap that shit. I'm sure they tried with some of the kids, but like once 2012 hit, everyone started getting it aside from like a few people. And yeah, no, government can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
There's like those who got invisible sinks in the early 90s. They can't get sinks if they're in the early 90s.
Because it happened after 2000. But I get what you mean. Like, in their youth, like, they crop up with it. They're like, holy fuck, I can't tell my parents that I have a sink.
Yeah.
Because they keep on looking at the news saying, like, these fucking sink users are going to drown our entire society, and I'll kill one if I see one.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of backlash about that as well, and a lot of people hid their powers from their parents. And all this shit started happening, and, yeah.
Yeah, the HAF fucking cropped up and it's still doing stuff.
Hot, cold, hot, cold. I'm a genius.
Yeah. Yeah, the HAF is Humans Against Freaks, which is a movement that has started since the, Sink Children kind of popping up. And they're just a radical group that keeps on, trying to shut down any Sync users they can.
You silly bastards, don't you know you're the minority now?
Yeah.
To be fair, people like that will fight, and especially if they're a dying group, they will fight hard before they just fizzle out into nothing. That seems to be what happens to radical groups. They will start dying, and they'll become more radical the more they die, before they finally just peter out.
Exactly.
But, yeah, Edgar started making the academy. The Trivium Academy.
Trivium Academy, named after the triumvirate of the fucking ancient Grecian bullshit. He really wanted to uphold this kind of, we have three kind of community, which is why he made, 3 different styles of combat, which is why he has 3 per team. He really likes the number 3 as his big favorite.
Edgar, you fucking nerd. I'm sure there are some cultures out there that are like, oh shit, your new god's being born. Because there are certainly cultures, especially Japan, that's like, oh fuck, you're all cursed.
Or ancient Rome, not Greece.
Ancient Rome, yeah.
Because he's a fucking big nerd.
He is a nerd. Edgar thinks about the fall of Rome at least once a week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
As any man does.
Right.
But, yeah, no, there are some cultures out there that are more conservative that are like, oh, fuck, you're all demons. Well, I'm going to go.
I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit.
Okay.
I mean that baby.
Leon fed me a chip.
Yummy.
No.
Go take care of yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got white stuff all over my mouth, babe. Old Norse Slavic myth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's countries or peoples out there that are like, oh fuck, you're like a god. Most countries though are just like, oh fuck, you're like a devil, because Christianity is very prominent. A lot of Christians are crackheads, like, the ones that are loud about it are usually the crackheads. You know what I'm talking about, the loud minority. And they're probably one of the people that started this fucking movement. But with all of this bullshit happening, I know Edgar decided to make a school for these kids. Now, he wasn't the only one doing it. There were a handful of other schools that started cropping up as well to act more like
Boarding homes, really.
Yeah, because
It's really
a lot
what
of
it
these
is.
kids were getting abandoned, too.
Yeah.
Because parents are like, holy fuck, I don't know what's happening to you.
Like, because how do you tell little Timmy to go brush her teeth for bedtime when he's shooting fire at you? You know what I mean?
So a lot of parents just didn't know what the fuck to do. And they would get rid of the kid. So some schools started cropping up to act as a home for the kids, but also to act as a way to monitor them. It's not just a, hey, we're going to help you learn your abilities, yay! It's also a, we're keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't actually ruin the world sort of situation. I know that's kind of what Trivium is. Yes, it's a place for the kids to learn to control their abilities, but Edgar's hired a lot of heavy security.
They're not there just for the benefit of everybody.
They're there to keep the kids from destroying shit. Egyptian gods returning? Yeah, something like that. Whoa, phrasing! Whoa! I am Odin returned to life. Dude, you're like 15 and I just saw you ask what the Mexican word for taco is.
Yeah.
Oh, the evangelical heretics. Yeah, those motherfuckers. The people that are like, I think having diabetes is having a demon. Huh, chip! Like the stupid radical televangelist bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm eating a chip. Levon is sharing his chips.
Yeah, have you tried not being a fucking
Have you
crackhead?
tried not being a mutant? I think that's an X-Men quote. You're not wrong. I know that's basically what Owen's parents hit him with. Have you tried not being a fucking freak, actually? And the thing is, a lot of these kids with sinks, especially kids who got sinks early, already had a bad home life anyway, because the home life stressed them out to the point of getting one. So yeah, some of the kids have loving parents, but that is sadly few and far between. There is a kid, like with Jake, for instance, his parents fucking love him. Or his aunt and uncle, depending on what timeline we're in. Televangelists are apostates. Televangelists are quite literally heretical apostates, and I will not be taking questions or comments on that.
Yep.
I have strong opinions about the aspects of religious culture. Yeah. Yeah. It's because it's so easy to grift.
Yeah.
It's easy to grift. It's easy to sell people shit on either faith healing or on some new coming messiah, or that you're a prophet and you've seen the light and God's coming any day now. Like, it's so fucking easy to get people wrapped up in this fervor of bullshit, which is why I fucking hate televangelist bullshit. But, yeah, back to the main trivium. There are parents that do love their kids, but for the most part, it's pretty strained. Like with Jake, his aunt and uncle absolutely fucking love him, the people who raised him, after his parents passed. On the flip side, his support, her name is Daramo, her parents fucking hate her. She came out with a sync adapting ability where she can copy syncs, and they went, holy fuck, you're a yokai, which is like a sort of demon, quote-unquote demon,
Monster
for
thing.
like, from like Japanese mythology. They think she's this creepy fucking spirit girl who took their daughter, and it's awful. God told me to tell you to give me all your money so God can pay his debts. Yeah, literally. God told me that you should give me all your money. Like, I hate it. I absolutely fucking hate televangelists. I hate them.
But this isn't the televangelist show. This is a TRIVIUM show.
No, but the comment was that people who would follow televangelists would definitely
Follow the anti.
follow
Sync.
anti-sync users movement. The assume. Ugh.
Good old HAF.
Ugh. Which, like I said, after a fucking generation or two, they're gonna be gone. They don't fucking matter.
For the most part.
They're gonna be dead. But yeah, it's pretty sad how parents just, and then you've just got parents that just never
Gave a fuck.
gave a fuck, yeah. Before or after the kid had their sync. Like Owen, his parents never wanted kids. So when they were in their near 50s, mom got pregnant, had Owen, and they were like, huh, we're almost at retire age and we have to take care of a kid? So they never really paid attention to him. They just kind of gave him the bare minimum of what you would a child, but otherwise they kind of didn't really hang out with him or talk to him or like nurture him. So Owen has a lot of issues. That being, he has attention issues where he tends to act out sometimes or say stupid shit in order for people to remember him, or, you know, like any sort of attention, because
Negative
he's just,
or positive, yeah.
he just never got it from his parents. But yeah, so that's just like regular parents, that's what happens. Hi, Dread! Why'd you throw me? That's so mean. Why are you crying? No, don't cry, you're okay. But yeah, so his parents were constantly also sending him to like boarding schools so they didn't have to deal with him. And then when he had his sync, which it's not that bad, it's just bubbles. He can blow bubbles out of his mouth, and he can make bubbles with his blood. Like, any fluid that comes from him and hits the air becomes bubbles, and it's healing. Poor Owen is kind of like a desperate puppy. Kind of, yeah, no.
Yes. He acts out to try to get
He is
any
extremely, like, fucking starved for attention and touch.
Yep.
Starved for it.
What did you do, Dre?
Which is why he's, I care you guys, I miss you. I care you, I miss you more. But, that's why Owen gets into the most trouble.
Yeah. He
gets into the most shit because he's acting out to get what he feels like he never got. And he's doing okay right now because he's on medication, but that's for another thing. But, yeah, so that's the whole situation with the first gen clashing with the old gen of sinkless people. It's pretty push and pull, and most of these kids have been thrown at these schools because parents don't want to fucking deal with them.
Yeah.
And these schools usually have people who have supernatural abilities already to watch the superhero children. So with Trivium, for instance, Trivium has a well, when it first started in 2016, that's when the doors opened. I believe it was January.
Yeah, January is whenever.
Yeah, or late January, the first semester in 2016 started, and the doors opened for all of these kids to come in. It has Edgar Fontaine at the helm, who was the headmaster. He is not human, I will say. What he is exactly, I will leave up to Leon's discretion of explaining.
Sure.
If you would like to.
Anyway, so, yeah, Edgar Fontaine's at the helm. He knows a lot of things.
He's so smart. Smart.
He's a smart guy. That's it.
That's it.
Billionaire philanthropist, you know, doctor.
Mm-hmm.
For many,
That's true.
years.
He does use a lot of his money towards the school.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that work with him are either a part of his family or have been recommended to him by people that he knows and trusts who aren't exactly human either. He's not human, he's British. Archfey. He's... do you want me to spoil? It's not really a spoiler. We've talked about it before.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to see who remembers.
Who remembers what Edgar is? Hands in the air. Who remembers? Raise the hands. This will be on the test. Who remembers what Edgar is?
Oh, you didn't know there was a test?
There's a test.
You stupid asshole.
We have a teacher here. Of course there's going to be a test.
Come on.
Isn't he a vampire? Not quite. No.
No.
My vampire is Farron's. Isn't he like time travel-y? We're getting warmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
We're getting a little closer. Yeah.
A little closer. Yeah, you're inching. You're inching. We need footing though.
British.
Well, I'm a fail.
I'm gonna fail.
Man. Yeah, he's a man.
He's a man.
Closer.
He is indeed a man.
Or he's like a god too. Closer.
We're close. We're very close. Very hot. Wait, is this the same setting where there's god reincarnations? Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna give it to Lilin. Yeah. Isn't he Kronos? Not quite.
No, he didn't eat his children.
No, that is the Trivium setting. Trivium, when I say that, I'm talking about contemporary Earth where all of these different characters are thrown in. I passed the test, let's go! Yeah, you and Dredd both get an A. Fuck. No, Dredd, you guessed it too. You said, is he a god too? Yeah, you guessed it. So, yes, Edgar Fontaine, the Fontaine family, is he Nyarlathotep? No, he is Oceanus. He is a Greek god of the waters, the calm, the intellect. And, him and his family of other Fontaines are all Greek gods of legend that decided to reincarnate into a more impermanent mortal body to do stuff necessary for the world. To be more direct, as it is. To be honest, I say Kronos because time to me equals Kronos. That's fair. So not British. He's
still British.
His current reincarnation is British. His soul is ancient Greek god. Does that make sense? He was born I think in like 1800s England. Fuck. You guys have Hephaestus character too, right? Yep, he's currently in jail. His name is Liam Calloway, and he is currently in jail. And Alex is very sad. Abab, assigned British at birth, which is probably a Weewon character. Oh man, is it a Weewon character? So yeah, the Fontaine family usually has these gods. Or am I fucking stoned? No. Who shacks up with Bobby? Okay, that was my crackhead arc. That was me making AU art. I'm probably fucking stoned. No, you're technically right. You're there. I'm just an asshole. So, Bobby is Liam's homie. Yes, they know each other. And, me and Leon have had AU talks, so to speak. Look at me with the deep cuts. Yeah, it's because you've seen my blue sky. And you asked, I think you were the one who asked, hey man, why is this guy's jizz glowing? And I'm like,
That's funny.
because he's got lava?
It's technically metallic slag.
Yeah, he's got lava
Hyperheated.
semen. So, Adokin, remembering that Adokin is part Titan, that's true. Adokin is from his planet, and born of something called a Titan in that area. Does my hair confusing? The Phantom of Phantom's crack ships? Hey, it's not a crack ship if it works. They have chemistry. Liam, I always call him Liam on accident. I get the names mixed up because they're so similar. When you say metallic slag, that is significantly less fun.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of Yogg-Sothoth because he conterminous with all time.
Rue.
No, Edgar's not Yogg-Sothoth.
No. He's not old Yagi.
No, he's not old Yagi. But, no. Yeah, the Fontaine family is ancient Greek gods that decided to take on mortal human forms and use their abilities more directly. Because where they currently were, they couldn't do much. So the 10 that they currently have, which the Fontaines are actually starting to slowly lose their Fontaine name, because it's just what happens every couple of 100 years. Their names just change because, you can't keep the name forever. So there are two families technically, because Liam is Calloway. He was born technically of another family, but he's still considered part of the Fontaines because he's a Titan. He was born of these guys. But yeah.
Yeah.
So Edgar is not human. He is human-esque, but with a godlike core. And he's gotten his family involved in the school to help, because they are also pretty strong. So for instance, he has Liam helping to build the school, because Hephaestus, like what Lillian said, the guy who raised Liam, his name is Alex, he is another smith who was taught by the Hephaestus before Liam. It's like this fun little cycle they've started, where that Hephaestus raised Alex and taught him his stuff, and then Alex is now raising and teaching the new Hephaestus. It's very cute. Bitch, I said that. Oh, it was Dread. I'm sorry, Dread. That was you. That was you. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna let you keep going. I'm like, I can't wait for Dread to shoot you in the face.
Wow.
She's gonna rip your nuts off.
No, don't rip my nuts off. I'm a baby. But, yeah, so they're building stuff. Edgar's running stuff, and then he just has a bunch of other Titans running around as he needs. I'll take the credit. No, it's Dread! Dread did it! You can't take Dread's credit. Don't do it. She'll shoot you next.
But he already grabbied it.
Yeah.
Guess you guys are gonna get shot.
No.
Bye. I'll see you later, though. I gotta go get chicken tacos.
What the fuck? We do still have some. Remember when I found them? Oh yeah,
Every day.
Leon was like the other day looking for chicken tacos to warm up, and he's like, "Where are they? I can't find them." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sure we had some. It's not like I ate them all." He's like, "No, I can't find them." And I found them all in the door of the freezer, and I'm like,
Yeah, I came shark ass.
"They're right here." And he's like, "What the fuck? They weren't there before."
They definitely weren't, you fucking liar.
I guess I
bastard.
spawned them in. I'm just gonna chuck a short stack rabbit at you, mock Jesus. Pew! Just fucking bowler into us. But yeah, so that is why the school cropped up. For one, to make sure the kids don't blow up anything, and two, to help them learn how to control their abilities so that when they do become adults and they have to, interact with the world, a new culture can shift into a positive one for them. And they essentially start making the superhero culture. Think fast, chuckle nuts! Yeah. So, like, I know when the kids all graduate, your prestige and how, I guess, well you're received in the world by others depends on which school you went to. Oh, the kids are absolutely going to blow something up. Don't worry, they already have! We have blown some shit up here and there. Elias, meanwhile, off somewhere with a scratching post because I'm just mentally recovering. Hey, no, that is perfectly
Don't worry about
understandable.
it. You come back when you're good and fucking ready.
Yeah, you are not kicked out. You are allowed to jump your character back in whenever you're ready. So yeah, the school is erected and opens January of 2016 to let the children... Why are you laughing at the word erected? God damn it. And then the kids are given lovely little uniforms to show that they are from Trivium because we're in the UK and the UK likes wearing uniforms. Also, Adokin didn't work his ass off making those designs for kids to not wear them.
Yeah.
And then they are assigned a role specific to what their sync is. So they're given an assessment and tests to see what their abilities do and what they're going to level up into later. And then Edgar and I'm assuming a few other people make the best guess they can to see where that student belongs.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, let's say you're a character with, I don't know, someone throw me, like, an ability, like a sync that you would want to come up with. One that you don't already have, looking at you, Dread. Lightning No! Okay,
Well,
let's just say lightning
lightning.
sync. So, you're born with the gift of shocking the shit out of people because you were a silly little numbnuts and stuck a fork in an outlet when you were 3, and your body didn't know how to handle the electric current and just decided to flow it through your body instead. You would probably be shoved into something called the Striker Hall. That means you are an offensive sync, and you are taught how to be offensive. You are taught how to utilize your powers, control your powers, and become deadly with your powers. And then there is something called the Defender Hall, which are your tanks. You have dudes that can, like, harden their skin into rough stone or diamond. Hi, baby boy! They can produce bone armor over their bodies. They're a gargoyle. Like, that dude's literally made of stone. It's abilities that let you protect yourself and others. And then we have the support hall. Diamond, I've heard that's unbreakable. It is. Actually,
For the most part.
I think you can break diamond if you apply enough
Bleeding point.
pressure. Diamond's just the hardest material.
Yeah.
But diamonds
yes.
still have a cleave point, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, that was me being a fucking nerd. The support hall are students with powers. It's a JoJo's reference. Oh.
I don't watch JoJo's.
Is that Jojo?
Is that a super? But support abilities are more for keeping the field controlled in a way. You're the crowd control, and you are the people helper. You throw shields on people, you heal people, you lay down vines on the fields. You are the crowd control support person, pretty much. And each category like that can be divided into further subcategories, which Leon has.
Yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So, A, B, C for the defenders. Assault defenders. They are ones that do kind of big damage. They kind of blur the line between a support and defender, but they're still at its core a defender.
So, like,
B,
Penny, for instance.
or parry.
Or parry. Well, I love when you use an example for each one. Penny and parry are assault defenders where they hit hard and they take hits hard. Think Vi from League of Legends. That's what Penny is. She just punches you real fucking hard, and she just jumps for you. Parry, meanwhile, can punch the shit out of you, but he can also tail swipe you or blow fire on you. Penny the defender. Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
Perry would be very pissed to hear these jokes.
Yeah, he's like, God damn it.
Perry is a very angry New Yorker. He would not appreciate any of these jokes.
His patience fucking very
None.
short.
Alright, so B defenders.
B defenders, Bastion. They are the pure defender archetype. These are defenders like Jake and like
Marco, I guess?
Marco. Yeah.
I'm a dragon over here!
I mean, he is from fucking Brooklyn.
He is
so-
from Brooklyn. Dude, Marco's also New York. But he's not from Staten Island. Where's he from? He's not from Brooklyn. Boston! He's from Boston. Bada bing! Damn. But yeah, they're the ones that are pure defenders. They have abilities that give them defender, like pure ass defender powers. Where it's
Yeah, like-
you are nothing but shield and tanking and getting hit.
Yeah, Jake is built like a brick shithouse, despite not being a gargoyle.
And Marco, he's a brick shithouse gargoyle. He uses his stone skin to protect himself, his wings to protect himself, his tail. Like, everything in his body is just for protecting.
Yeah, whilst Jake wields usually a shield and big sets of armor that he puts on, kind of gets in the way of letting people fucking hurt his friends.
And then we have C defenders.
The defender control. These are the ones that kind of blend the line between supports and defenders. Whilst defenders at
Oh, you cut out. Hello? Hello? Did our internet
their
go down?
core, they
Oh,
have a
wait,
lot of
okay, hold
abilities
on,
that
give it a
kind
second.
of-
Okay, say something?
Hello?
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it cut you out for a minute there. But, yes, C defender.
Yeah, C defenders be like in response. Yeah, so they kind of blur the line between support and defender. At their core, they are still a defender, but they have a lot of things that kind of control the battlefield and control the things around them. Whereas, like, you know, these are defenders like Talim.
My
and-
boy! Yeah, Talim, when he does stuff, it's mostly for crowd control, but he's still tanky. And he still has an ability that lets him get in there. Stream was tweaking out. Yeah, we're back. I believe we're back.
Hope so.
We're back, right? Oh, okay, we're good now. Okay, cool. But yeah, C defenders, control defenders. Talim is a good example. He has bandage toss, which, because he's
Like-
mummy.
I was gonna say Talim or TJ.
Or TJ as well, yeah. I don't know TJ's, but I can go over Talim's real quick.
Go over Talim.
He can jump in like a defender and protect himself with bandages like a mummy, but he can also summon insects and rust over items that people might be using with a curse breath. So he definitely is more control, but he's still a defender.
And on the flip, TJ, he kind of, so he has electric current going through him like a few other students, but instead of like using it like a weapon, he kind of makes these pieces of technology that kind of, you know, let him move around quicker or get in the way or like make a escape path for people. And for his enemies, like if they attack him, they'll get hit back with a nasty shock. So he's not really into doing big damage, and if you do kind of corner him, he will kind of get overwhelmed, but he's gonna definitely use his more controlling abilities to kind of keep someone where he wants them to be.
Alright, so after defenders, the three main categories are for strikers, I believe.
Yeah, DEF. So
DEF. So what is a D striker?
D striker damage. This is the full bore damage dealing striker. Your whole goal is to hurt people. You're gonna hurt them.
I'm gonna hurt them.
Yeah, your literal whole goal is to just inflict as much damage as humanly possible. You're kind of just there to make people bleed out or fucking basically retreat from the battle as fast as possible.
So Klaus is a good example of this. Klaus is my vampire sync user. He's not in Trivium anymore, but he was, and he was a strong-ass striker. He only really does damaging abilities, really. He can heal himself off of the blood he grabs, but it's not really that potent. He mostly just does damage. He fucks you up with his nails, he steals your blood, he fucks you up.
Yeah, and then you have the effect version of the
E-strikers.
The E-strikers. So these kind of blur the lines between supports and your damage dealers. So effects are ones that like to, cause additional shit, like, you can't fight as effectively. You probably will have like burns or poison or some kind of effect that will hinder your ability to battle at your fullest, whilst damage dealers are okay with fighting you at your fullest. They're just hoping that their damage outscales any kind of
Duncan. Duncan's also an E striker. Or not E, D.
D striker.
Yeah, he's very strong and does nothing but damage.
Yeah.
Would Amari count as an E striker, effect striker?
Same with Kane. Kane is an E striker as well, because he has that poison in him that he can fuck people up with, and also cold.
Chud Punch Man. I still don't know what Monroe wants to do, so he's so versatile, he might need a nudge in a direction, which is fair. He'll figure it out. That's why he's in the reserve right now, and we'll cover those in a minute.
And we'll use it. But yeah, so E-strikers, very effect-based. Blinds could definitely also help. Just anything that is kind of categorized as
control.
You're kind of putting down someone's ability to fight efficiently.
I know Amari, he does fight very well. But his focus is speed buffs and shielding. He can make little black shields around people, and he can put wings on them to make them super fucking fast.
Yeah, and then...
And then he just fucks you up with needles.
And then you have
F-strikers.
You have the F-strikers, which are the forward strikers. This kind of blurs the line between defender and striker. You're still a striker at your core, but you kind of are more of a brawler rather than like a full-on damage dealer. Yeah, sure, your kit probably holds a lot of harm in it, but it also has like ways for you to heal, kind of ways for you to shrug off damage, either through evasion or healing, or like just basically gritting through everything. And this was what Kazuma was. Mainly because he was a second generation fucking sync user.
Me crying because I miss him.
Yeah, so they kind of blur the line between that whole, like, damage and a little bit of tankiness, because you really, sometimes you just need some overlap in your
kit.
In your kit, yeah.
And then finally, the supports. That is
F, G, and H.
No, F was in Striker.
Or no, GHI.
It's GHI.
G is Guardian, which is, so Guardian is somewhere between a
defender
support and a defender. You're still you're still support at heart, but you have a lot of ways to kind of bail people out of being in horrible situations, especially if like they're piled. This is, I feel, things like Lucas. Lucas is a very good guardian defender, or support.
He can take it, but he also buffs him. Well, he buffs mostly.
And that's what it is. It's like you can bail someone out of like situations they usually can't get out of on their own. H is the healing support. This is technically the pure
Owen.
Support. And this is also Isabel.
Yeah, well, she can do some damage. So can Owen, but like he's mostly a healer.
Yeah, so those two, they like these are ones that will just their entire kit is meant towards selflessness and kind of helping your friends and helping, everything kind of go smoothly in a fight. Um and then I is this is the always one I get stuck on.
I still don't know what. Yeah, I already read that. I was a Hydrant, little raccoon. You'll figure out what Monroe's gonna be, though.
Yeah, we'll get there. He just has to do a little bit more practicing.
Yeah, practice and introspection.
Yeah.
Because there are students in the reserve that just don't know what they want to do.
Oh yeah, the I is the infiltrator fucking role. So this is like Darmo. This is somewhere between a damage dealer and a support, where it's like you have support abilities, but most of your kit can be used towards either doing passive amounts of damage or helping others do their damage. Darmo is a perfect, candidate because a lot of her kit goes towards copying quirks that do damage. I think I've seen her use a barrier quirk like a couple times.
Yeah, once or twice.
But usually Jake's still resilient. He doesn't really super need it.
Yeah, and Amari's already got extra shields and shit, so Darmo can just straight up go damage if she wants.
Yeah, and she usually goes fire. I've seen her use fire like 5 or 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for a little air freshener.
You need to fucking work on Elias, my furry little air freshener. He is a little air freshener.
He's a funky little guy.
He is a funky little guy.
And that's it. That's the classifications of different strikers, defenders, and supports.
Yeah, and that's also why it's called Trivium, because there's 3 roles that you can be. Now, there will be a 4th role. I will let everyone know that now.
Oh no.
It's not a spoiler. We've been sort of talking about that for a bit. But who's running it, and, well, would there be a 4th right now, or no?
There's going to be a 4th either this next semester or next year.
I like the idea of it being next year.
That's what I was saying too, because it's like they're just trying to get in the door and figure out. And then over the winter break, they're going to take the Commander Aptitude Test. Anyone who's interested.
Quadrium! I think it'll still remain Trivium, but
It will.
the 4th is going to be a...
It's more of a, it's not really a combat role, it's more of like a logistic role, where it like helps you, like they help the, the fighters strategize, and they also come up with escape routes and, plans to keep people safe, because you're still dealing with public service and making sure the public is safe.
Yeah, because they've realized that too many roles are being put on the supports. Supports have to worry about tactics and crowd control and healing and bus, and they're like, maybe we should separate out this role a little. So...
And it's also some strikers that are doing that too without even thinking, and it's like, well, your whole deal is to hurt people, and he's like,
yeah,
what if I
stop
don't wanna hurt
overthinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe make him tougher. A secret 4th thing. Layman! Yeah.
Layman.
Maybe make him tougher, make him scary air freshener, or one that can take hits. Maybe. Scary
you.
air freshener.
Scary scare freshener.
He's a scare freshener. Oh no.
Oh, no.
But also at year 2, the school is also going to be rebuilt in a way. So the way Trivium looks right now, here we're gonna go over here.
Okay. Let me see.
You're coming with me.
I miss you, and I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm right here. I think you're coming with me. Why are you crying? We won. A scare freshener, if you will. Yeah, that's what we said.
That's what I said.
That's what we said. I think Leon's getting mad at you. So this is how Trivium currently looks. I got a hair on me. So here's the
You would
doors.
have to help me like Excalibur.
Calm down, sir.
You didn't even look what I looked at. You would have to help me like Excalibur.
She's a good girl.
You would have to.
I need to do this.
Anyway.
Okay, so here's the school currently. And in here is the courtyard. Here, let me move this out the way real quick. Put a fucking K? No, it's fine. Listen, there's a reason tree air fresheners, you leave the plastic on at first because they're too strong all at once. That is true. So this is the courtyard. This is the main entrance. And then you've got the road. You know. You've probably got, like, fucking parking everywhere over here or whatever. And then you have, in here, I believe, this is, like, the cafeterium. The kitchen itself is somewhere over here. And this is where kids can sit and eat, but they can also come outside to sit and eat. They're not going to stop the kids from going outside to eat. I'm also going to do this to make it look a little nicer. So I'm going to say food court. Food court is here. And the food, the way it works, because Trivium gets almost 1,000 students right now, and they are all different, like, nationalities. They have, like, the 5 or 6 most common culture foods that they have in their school, and they serve them that. What am I saying? Okay, I'll save. I'll call this Trivium. I spelled it Trigium instead, it's fine.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Desmond, did you save? I just saved. I swear to God. Alright, but then you have halls of classrooms here. You good?
Oh, you have a little cat.
Yeah, he jumped on my balls.
I heard. And then here you can have lockers here and there. Oh, they wouldn't really have lockers, would they? They
No.
live here.
Yep, that's their place, their home.
Yeah, you just have classroom after classroom lining this building. Because like I said, 1,000 fucking students. And that's just the first year. These people have built these buildings with the knowledge that they're gonna have about 3,000 students.
Yeah, 3 years at a time.
So this is what it looks like. These are all the classrooms. But not all of them. Hold on.
Look at this kid, look at this kid, look at this kid.
You do have a kid. Did you? I did! I did save! And then we have... I'm gonna have to move the food court, actually. Make it look a little nicer, because I forgot we actually have bridges from each side wall like this that takes you to a big-ass hall.
He likes being on my lap.
Cute. And these big-ass halls have their own courtyards. Whoa, hello, Kibben. So let me do this real quick. The food court is still here, but kids also have this completely open. And then the food court is right here. Or should the food court be here?
Food court? Food court is...
I think I'll have it
Where are you
be,
at?
like, right here.
Yeah, it's off to the side from the courtyard.
This is where you go to get your food. And then the rest are classrooms. And bathrooms. You can have bathrooms, too.
Yeah.
And then this is a hallway. Prrr. Cecil is purring you, Bubba.
I don't even like him.
You love him. Here, I'll put bathrooms right here.
He's a fucking nipple twister,
And
dude.
bathrooms here, I guess. And then you have these 2 halls. Yeah! Cecil, you were in the way. Hi.
You're so handsome.
Ooh, motherfucker, you are in the way.
Yeah, move, motherfucker. You are in the way. Hi. You were in the way. You were so soft. You were so soft like a kitty. Oh, who's a soft kitty? You are. Mwah.
Kiss him's face.
Go on, Bubby. Go on. Move your butt. Scoot your boots, kid. Thank you. In me fucking way. There we go. Alright. Back to the drawing. Back to the game. Here is the other two big ol' square buildings. Well, oh. It's kind of janky, but pretend they're completely square. So this is what Trivium looks like. There's these three courtyards and these three hollow buildings. The middle one is a triangle. The outer three are these giant-ass squares. And they're at least 3 stories each. Although more stories can be added on. And each hall, or here, and here, are considered the different role halls. So you have, like, Defender here, Striker here, and support here. And then in the...
Actually, Defender Hall's in the far back.
And
Or no, it's in the front. Never mind.
I'm gonna cry. I have an idea. Support in the back.
Yeah. Sweet.
And then Striker here.
Yep.
There we go. Square building. Squilding. Exactly. Like a kitty, but is a kitty.
He is a kitty. He's soft like a kitty.
He's so cute. I love my cat. Okay, but this is how I picture Trivium as a building. And then this building, of course, has a fuck ton of rooms as well. Like so. Oh, wait, no. The other way around.
The other way around, yeah.
That's right. This opens up to here as a hall.
Actually,
I'm gonna punch you.
punch me, I'm a horse.
I'll do it anyway. So
Fine.
these are all the
Combat
rooms.
horse will never talk to you again.
No, combat horse, be my friend.
And where will you buy your weapons then?
No, I need those. I'll do this. There we go. So we can see where all of the hallways are going.
Is there any underground rooms or labs or workshops? I mean, there are definitely labs and workshops. Underground rooms, not sure at this point.
Not sure,
PM.
but knowing Edgar, probably. You laugh because I'm fucking right. Okay, I'll do this to show its doors. Doors to the outside. Oh yeah, and the...
Ow! What the fuck?
Babe!
Penny for your thoughts?
My thoughts are you're a whole ass liar and there's totally underground stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so here's all the doors that go to the courtyard. There's 4 of them. Ah! Hey, man! Oh, who threw that? Ow! I love my button.
Hi, baby boy. Hand butt. Cute.
Powerful duck. Yeah. Okay. So these are all the hallways. I can do this to kind of show you the hallways. He is soft like a kitty.
Yeah.
Cute.
Dude, are you ready for the second floor emergency slides? It's gonna be awesome.
Emergency slides?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because second year has to do practicals. Like, go out and do...
They already technically
Street
have
work.
those. Oh, I know what you mean. No, never
Street
mind.
work.
Yeah. Whee! Yeah, slides.
Yeah, because so year 2 is when they start actually, doing their
Learning how to do superhero shit.
yeah,
Right now
out in the
they're just
streets.
baby's first powers, you know? But then they learn how to actually do the superpowers. Or the superheroing.
Lillian, how many die 6s are necessary for Warhammer?
How many do you have?
Like 500 of them.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, you do have a lot. Alright, so imagine baby Elias is stuck in a tree. Huh?
No.
Like 1 billion D6.
That's what
If
I
you think you
figured.
have enough, you need more. Fair. So the yellow is all the hallways, and the little squares on the outside of them are different rooms.
Mm.
At least 20 die 6s. Got it.
I have a box of 36 of the small Chessex ones, and then I have like 1 million of these sets of Chessex ones also.
So let's say these are classrooms. The dark yellow will be classrooms. And remember, these buildings, 3 to 4 stories each. Trivium is a big fucking place. And a lot
Massive.
of it is actually not being used because they are preparing for future students. Because
Yeah.
Edgar's got like future vision or something.
Wow.
And these are the support dorms. Here's the striker dorms, where the striker kiddos live. And then we've got the defender dorms. And yes, the colors I'm putting down are color coordinated for the students. Defenders typically wear green, strikers typically wear red, and supports typically wear blue. And each of them have their own unique uniform design for the coattails. Easy metrics. Look how many dice you need to roll for attacks at max for your biggest unit. Make sure you have at least that many. He went to go get a backpack full of more dice. He has now pulled out more dice. Good man. He now has like 50 more dice. Oh my god, you have so many! Babe! Anyway. This is Trivium's design. And year 2, it's going to change. So what's gonna happen is that when the kids get this 4th roll going on, the 3 building system is not going to really work anymore. It's basically fruit by the foot, but it's dice by the pound. Yeah. So in year 2, these guys will have the building change. The defender building will become the 1st year, the support building will become the 2nd year, and the striker will become the 3rd year. So it'll take you by your grade instead of your role. 4th roll sleeps in the cafeteria. No! And then they're going to change the rooms to instead be co-ed dorms with your team, instead of a co-ed dorm with a rando second person that you're stuck with. So that's what we're planning. That's what they're gonna do. Because currently, the dorm rooms look like this. Let me find a good way to do this. Babe, are you okay? You're breathing weird. He's breathing heavy. Is this enough dice? That's what he's whispering to himself. Is this enough dice? Is this enough? Is this enough dice? Alright, so the current dorm room is like a fun little square that's just chilling. And then it has 2 rooms. Like so. And these are closets for each room. Like, let's say this closet opens this way, this closet opens this way. And then they have their own little bathrooms. And then they have doors right here that open up. So here's this one kid's bed, here's this other kid's bed, you know, here's their pillows or whatever. Let's say this kid has his desk right here, this kid has his desk right here or whatever. And then here's their bathroom door. Babe, you're okay. It's not enough dice, you need more dice. And then here's their bathroom. Here's where they shower, you know, here's where they brush their teeth, go bathroom, stuff like that. And in here, you have kitchen. You have a nice, oh, let me do that again. You have a nice little, like, kitchen area here. You've got, like, a fridge here. Maybe a little stovetop to cook on. They teach the kids cooking as well. They don't want them to, like, fuck themselves up with this stuff. You've got, like, a little table where you can sit and hang out. And then over here, you've got little entertainment units where you can just chill. It's like a tiny apartment. They have closets and doors. Bougie-ass kids. This is a bougie-ass school.
Yeah.
This is a rich, well-to-do school. Well-to-do private school. But then they've got their books and whatever, like over here. Maybe a television, if they've, like, paid for that. Okay, so these kids aren't just coming here for free. They have to pay. Damn rich kids. Yeah, no, they get good shit. So this is what the dorms currently look like. The dorms will be changed, though. They will be extended and fixed up a bit.
No, it
It has
has to.
to accommodate for 4 people.
Thank you for the sip, Sugars. Go! I miss you!
Sugars, go!
I'll be okay!
Well,
I carry you a lot.
Ah, thank you for the pet.
Alright, so here's the new dorm. It's gonna be extended, I believe. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. How would Alex do this? Because it's up to Alex and Liam to figure this shit out. I have an idea.
alright, Lillian said it was enough dice, so I think I'm good.
Damn. Oh, did he? Oh, did you, like, send a picture or something?
Mhm.
He's
There's
like,
enough dice.
please,
He said, yeah, that's good.
please, Lillian, this is enough dice. I need to feed my family.
Yeah. Then he's gonna come back and be like, maybe a couple more dice. I think that would do some good.
You're like, wait, no, Lillian, please, have mercy.
I'm like, I haven't feeded my family in 4 days. I have too many dice. We're making dice soup now.
Too many dice. Too many. How am I gonna do this? Thought about saying he needs more dice, but I don't want to cause monetary problems. That is fair.
Well, gotta go to Amazon.
No, you don't need more.
Dice, more dice, more
Babe,
dice.
do you know how many dice you have in the dice box? Go get those.
That's quitter talk.
I'm gonna look at a 4-bedroom apartment real quick to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Man, all these are kind of ugly.
Yeah, so am I, though. So
You're not ugly. I'm gonna kick you in the butthole. Y'all, he's gonna get kicked in the butthole.
Not in the butthole.
In the butthole.
It's too dangerous.
Butthole kicking.
That's dangerous for you, I mean, because you don't know what kind of stonks come out of there.
I live with you.
Well, you know exactly whenever I fart how horrible it is. And that's my defense mechanism.
So I'm thinking they might have something kind of like this next. Babe, how does this look? Like something like this.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
So I will draw this instead, which means they're gonna have to extend the rooms a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Liam will be bitching the whole fucking time.
Liam will be. He'll be like, God damn it, we fucking built this shit already. What are we doing more of it for?
Yeah, Liam.
Because fucking Edgar got bored?
Oh shit, he's got an armored butthole. Yeah, he's going to be bitching the whole time and it's gonna be funny.
Liam does that though. He like the thing is he'll bitch.
He'll bitch about it, but he'll
but
do
be
it.
doing it like while he's bitching.
Yeah, that's
He's like, this
Liam.
fucking sucks, man. I hate this shit.
So what I'm gonna do is have. Because I need to make room for 4 kiddos. But it's not gonna be too big. Why are we doing this? Because Edgar got bored. Liam's great. Oh, can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
Liam just
there you
has
go.
like no patience for stupid shit. That's the thing. Like, but he'll do it though. Like that's the thing.
He'll do it. He'll just bitch about it.
He'll just bitch about it while doing it. He's just like, man, fucking so stupid.
Why do I feel like him and Bobby like to bitch at each other about stupid shit?
Yeah,
What do I feel like they just enjoy bitching together?
like he doesn't like to bitch. It just kind of happens because it's like everyone pisses him off.
No, I kind of think he likes to.
Maybe a little bit.
I feel like he
Oh, no.
sort of likes bitching. Don't drop your special die, babe. No, he dropped his special die. Hi, JD. Welcome in. Babe, get the special die. Hey man, you can maybe pass me a soda? No, hands the soda anyway. That's my favorite. I like doing that to people. No, gives. Why'd you drop your special die?
Because I'm a fucking idiot.
No, we're not idiot.
I'm a piece of fucking triple garbage.
No, we're not a piece of garbage. Okay, give them their shower. I'll shrink the sink.
You know what my favorite thing is? When animals lay down and they sigh like they just did a 9 to 5.
It's funny, but also, fuck you, cat. What have you been doing all day? I don't even sigh that hard. And I have something called mental trauma.
Yeah, he'll just like be staring at a wall, just
Like, he will heave a sigh like he just did some fucking...
strenuous shit.
It's like, what do you do? You sleep and poop in a box. Like, what do you do all day?
I would fucking murder 8 dudes for your life.
Well, I wouldn't murder 8 dudes, but...
Or maybe 7.
At least 2, you know? Like...
7 guys gotta go, damn blame.
Oh. Okay, so... Here we go. Here's the new bedroom layouts, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's this. Maybe I'll give them a little closet here. I'm a fucking cat. I don't even pay taxes. Exactly.
Yeah. Little dickhead.
And then I'll have the kitchen over here.
Yeah, I have 4 spring tunics.
So this is the kitchen. Let's say they have a table right here to sit at and hang out. And then let's put like a chair
how
here.
hard this would be a cat. You have to be up and demand attention for hours, and you need a nap, then be up to demand food, then nap, be up for sumis. You can't miss that.
Yeah, oh boy. And then let's give him another...
You gotta work out.
Let's give him a couch. What?
Except work
T-pose
out.
to start dominance on the cat, or push-ups, I guess. Man, that's not... Alright. That's not T-posing.
Yeah.
I will grab my wire and waddle over and stare at my cat. You know what? Hey, little guy.
Hi, baby.
Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
No, I'm gonna hug him. Hi, sweet pea. I hug you. Baby. Kiss him. All right. I'll do my push-ups now.
Whip the cat 10 times? Yes, this will fucking carve us a new face.
Yeah. All right, let me get on the floor. Oh, he is staring. Something is outside, scaring him.
How dare it?
What you staring at?
All right. 1, 2. Hair on my face. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
My shoulder.
8, 9, 10. God. Okay. Did it. I'm dead as fuck.
A good eye.
I did. I died.
What's out there, baby boy? What's out there?
Dude, we're gonna build a catio for him. Grandpa
Yeah,
wants to build
Grandpa
a
is
catio.
working on a catio for him. Cecil knows that the outside is outside. He's gonna get to go outside soon.
Yeah, when we kick him out, goodbye.
Like, you know what, kid? I'm sick of your shit. Locks him outside.
Had it too good.
Take it on.
Ooh, he's had it too good for too long. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You right.
What the fuck, dude?
Rude. All right, so this is gonna be the new rooms. I can hear Liam bitching from here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, what the fuck do I have to do all this shit?
Fucking stupid, man.
So, yeah, the new rooms in year 2 will be looking like this. Because the teams are going to be 4.
You got bored. So stupid, man.
Alex, shut the fuck up. The sooner you do it, the sooner we'll get it done.
I'm already done over here, asshole, so why don't you shut the fuck up? Build your side. Mind your own goddamn business.
I'm sorry, some of us don't have fucking immense girth strength like you do.
Yeah.
Become flormal. I was floor.
That is
But
not
there we go. Also, for those of you who have played, Vandal, and you have met Alistair, it's just Alex. It's just Fantasy Alex.
correct. And if you met Kaidwin, which you haven't yet,
You have
met
not.
him.
You have not met Kaidwin. But yeah, bougie-ass kids get their own rooms, get their own bathrooms, get their own closets, and then they have a common room for their 4 dorms that they have to share.
And if they don't share, they get shot in the face.
No, they are just forced to share. They have to share.
They get disciplinary action.
They just
5
have to share.
hours dungeon. 5
Oh.
hours dungeon.
5 hours dungeon?
Where they kiss the mouths of everything they come across.
Oh no. Don't kiss mouths of anything you come across.
Don't share a gun.
Share our gun.
That's how we do it here.
That's how we run it, apparently.
Medic said it one time, so that's true. God intended.
But yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. So, for those of you who are curious about it, we can go over a short little timeline, a little synopsis of what the kids have gone through so far.
Sure.
We've talked about the future. Let's talk about what they've been through and what they get to look forward to.
Yay.
So, at the start of the year, they were all. And when I say start of the year, well, hell yeah, trauma synopsis. Yeah, we're gonna go over what the school has been through. Some of the people here already know because they were here for most of it. But for those who weren't, thank you, medic. The School of Trivium, like I said, opened its doors in January, and all these scared little babies hopped in. They took their assessment, they figured out their role, and they're either a striker, defender, or support. However, not all of them got that role. A good 1/4 of the student body got a role called reserve. And reserve is where students go
Stop freaking yawning,
I'm
man.
sorry.
It's where students go when they don't really fit any of the roles. They're too diverse, or their abilities have not developed enough to point in a direction that anyone can predict. So they're like, we're sorry, but you have to be in reserve for now. For the Vand card game, I can imagine the Triple S cards effect in 5 years dungeon.
Yeah.
5 years dungeon, 7 years dungeon.
But, yeah, so there's reserve students as well. They hole up in the striker area, but I feel like they will eventually be just in whatever year they're in like some of the older rooms.
Some of the other rooms, yeah. Also, speaking of Vanguard game, it's funny because my homie, fucking said, like, whenever we make the MMO, our fucking player base is going to be the most poor player
They're gonna
base
be
of
the
all
most
time.
broke player base because they're gonna have to pay for gambling.
For gems and cards
Yeah.
and everything else.
We're going to make you use your in-game money at all times. I dropped my granola bar. It's not open, but I still dropped it. And I'm
How?
sad. What do you mean, how? Because I'm
How
a
did you-
fucking Butterfingers ass bitch.
I don't know.
Granola bar. Floor granola. Flora. Do not eat floor granola. But like I said, it's not open. Now it is. If I drop it now, I'm fucked. Alright.
Or no.
Granola. Listen, I really like granola.
Yeah.
I didn't, and then suddenly I ate one day, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is really good. I'm gonna watch Lilin eat the floor granola. Eat the floor granola. I'm gonna watch Lilin eat the floor granola.
Just watch him fucking scuttle around.
No
like
one
a-
is eating the floor granola. I've already picked it up. I've already picked it up off the floor. I've already vacuumed it. You're not eating it. No. No floor granola for you. But, yeah, so we have the defenders, supporters, strikers, and reserves who don't know what they're doing, what role they'll get. And the teams and the students will switch here and there. And because of certain events, a lot of students have actually been taken out of the school. I mean, a lot relative to, you know, it making a tiny dent in the student body. Well, don't be sad. I didn't like granola, and then I ate granola, and I liked the granola, so now I like granola and I eat granola.
Alright.
I didn't mean it to sound like that. But what I was basically saying was, hey, granola was terrible to me at one point, and I hated the idea of even touching it with my face. And then I actually tried it, and I was like, holy shit, granola is good. But that first time I ate it, I was like, it's okay, it's not good. And then the second time I ate it, I'm like, okay, I really like it. I had to acquire a taste for it. That's what I was trying to say. I wasn't being facetious. Is that
Being a
a
little
comic
butt
of a
baby.
bird angrily eating a cracker? Yeah, me. This is me with the idea of natto. What's natto?
It's that fucking, like, slimy bean shit.
Oh, I can see it and I can feel it with my eyes. Gross. I don't want natto. That sounds disgusting. See, texture should definitely be a valid reason to not want to eat something.
Yeah, I've been a granola boy since I was a baby.
Your little baddie palate wasn't refined enough for granola goodness. Yeah, I wasn't granola'd yet. You were, but I wasn't. I had to learn
Yeah.
the granola.
Granola's good.
It's yummy. Right. So, kids got their dorms as well.
Yep.
They got their uniforms, and the
Yeah.
uniforms are cute. I can draw a quick little doodle of them too. I get that I didn't like onions as a kid, and now I like them.
Onions fucking rule.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
what?
this is when you didn't like granola. Get that thing out of my face.
Oh, oh, granola. Yeah, pretty much.
Specimen with the granola. When he ate the granola before, he liked the granola, and then he ate the granola and liked the granola.
Yeah.
And if that story doesn't make sense to you, fucking read it again.
Read it again, asshole.
And if you didn't
Onions
get
and
it,
mushrooms. Nummy and eggs and burger. I can't with mushrooms
So,
still.
mushrooms, yeah, like that's an acquired taste I never acquired. That shit is narbuckle. But onions, that's fucking delicious, brother.
Onions fucking pop off.
And I didn't used to like runny eggs, but now I do. But even then, I'll go back to fucking scrambled because scrambled.
Medica mushrooms.
Onion.
Onion. Alright, so the uniforms are pretty cute.
Are you gonna finish that croissant?
Croissant. Onion and mushrooms. I need to find... Oh, wait. I can do this. Hold on. Hold on, I got this. So this is a doll maker that I used, that I made specifically, and then used to make the coats. So the defenders have these like pads on their shoulders to show that they are the defenderiest of defenders. Fomyam rangs. This is like your standard coat that you just kind of get. You don't, like if you're a reserve and you're not in a role specifically, and you're wearing the Trivium colors, you can also have the Trivium badge right here to show that you go to this school. Then you have the Defender coat, which is lined with green. Also, these lines right here are your year. So if thank you for the pen. If you are a year 2 Defender, you will have 2 bright green stripes. If you are a year 3, you will have 3 bright green stripes right here.
Like a military rank.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And then you will have this badge up here, this 3 swords,
Right.
you will have right here on your coat.
Yeah, say I'm right.
Say I'm right?
I'm right. Like a military.
Oh, sure.
Just say it.
Okay. Oh,
Just
you're
say
right,
it.
I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you could agree with me.
Alright, and then this is the striker. And they have a little tailcoat. It's very cute. So let me do this real quick. So Defender does this. They have big shoulder with sleeves. Strikers have oops. Strikers will have this tailcoat coming down right here. And then supports are actually a bit different now compared to what they have in this, because they've gotten an update. Let me move this.
Patch notes.
Patch notes, yeah. So what it looked like in the old... Oh, no. This is the correct one. So these guys get like a little doctor coat, pretty much. Like so. So that's what the uniforms look like, and they're each their respective colors. trying to figure out where that goes. And like I said, this is just the normal coat with no augmentations to show what class they're in. And then you have to wear stuff under that, obviously. So you have vests that you can wear with your colors if you want. You can also wear browns, blacks, and grays. It can be a vest if you so want, but it can also be like one of those little cardigans. That's what these are. I know Owen wears one of these very commonly. He loves his little cardigans. Which, it's a cardigan with no sleeves, but then you can have cardigans with big sleeves like this. Looks very nice. And it's what you put under your coat. This is for, like, especially winter time. And then under that, you want... That's neckties. You want a dress shirt. Nothing crazy, just a dress shirt. What? He's doing something.
Don't worry about it, man. Sometimes you gotta put your shoe on the other
Okay,
titty
I'm
now.
sorry. But yeah, you can wear...
Golly!
You can wear whites, grays...
Get your money up, not your funny up. God.
So, let's say you want to wear black shirt. Why not? And I'm gonna give you some shoes. Let's say you're just wearing some black trim shoes. Your shoes should always be black. That's just the look.
Thank you for the Sid medic.
Whew, yummy. So, we'll put our little shoes on. We'll get our little hose on as well. Or your socks, I suppose. I just wrote down hose. Let's say this little guy is wearing, these kind of socks. Let's bring them up here. And they can have the socks lined in, like, different colors and stuff. And then you can have your bottoms, which you can wear shorts, because remember, it gets hot. It's summer. At least summer for Scotland. You can still wear shorts. So, I'm gonna say it's, like, not quite hot yet, but not cool either. Or do I want this guy to wear a skirt? You can wear skirts. But they're not allowed to go past halfway up the thigh. They have to stay here. And if you're gonna wear something like that, you have to wear shorts underneath. Because they don't fuck around like that. Let's give this guy a cute little brown skirt. Yeah. Waist-length skirt. And the skirts can go down to the legs. But you usually want to go to the knees. Anything below that, and it's you're treading thin ice. Let's wear a little over cardigan. Let's say this person is a striker, and they want to wear a little cardigan underneath. Hoyle likes wearing the long skirt. Yeah, I want to remake this. I want to remake the clothing choices. Kilts down to the knee, otherwise you're a slut! Yeah, pretty much. He doesn't like pants. Fair? The boys are allowed to wear skirts and the girls are allowed to wear pants. And the main reason is because when they were first talking about it, Adokin literally went, I wear skirts, do I have to wear pants? Pants are uncomfortable. And they went, well, fuck. Fuck it. Look at Cecil. Guardian. Cecil is sitting on his card box. But my skirt is above my knee. Then you're in trouble.
Right. I'm looking respectfully.
Yeah, you have to wear what's the word? Non-transparent, full, like, legging hose if you're gonna wear a skirt above the knee. Otherwise, you're getting the fuck in trouble. So, if you want to wear, like, let's say this guy is feeling funky and he wants to wear... Let's see. Ooh, Cecil, you're in trouble. Yeah, let's say this dude wants to wear just a little mini skirt here. he will have to wear above that. He's going to have to wear, like, stuff that goes up the leg, the whole leg. Like this. Not allowed. Where's the other sock? There it is. So I can have my coochie out as long as I have thigh highs on. Got it. And you can't have your coochie out quite. It still has to go halfway down the thigh. And otherwise, no. But you need to wear some sort of butt covering. Babe, you're a burpy boy.
You can't have your booch yet.
No boochies. No boochies.
Unless
Hmm?
Unless I think it's cool.
No.
Only then can you have your booch.
Science squad, let's go! Alright, so since I'm wearing this and I'm a striker, I'm gonna have this little guy wearing this.
Nice.
And then he has the tailcoat. And that is how you do the Trivium. The Trivium uniform. Now, the coat is technically optional, as is the overshirt, but you usually want to wear that shit when you're running around.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll get the Bucci cookie.
Trying to find the neck.
Can't.
I'm gonna give him a necktie.
That's pretty gay.
Let's give you a red tie. There we go, a red necktie. So this would be a uniform in Trivium. Now, I do need to go over this stuff again and redraw everything. Ren gonna wear a mini skirt for breath ability. What does this mean?
No.
Nice. My tie. My tie! Yeah, I stole it. It's mine now. Oh god, I just made Medic in a uniform. This is just Medic's uniform.
Oh my god!
But
Medic is this Trevor Nim student.
Medic as a student. But yeah, that's what you would wear as a student of Trivium. So now that everything has been covered with that, the main events that people need to know what happened is basically, they started learning how to wield their abilities. No space, I can't spell. No, you're good. I like breath ability better, it's funnier. But, I'm trying to remember all of the events, because there weren't too many so far. But, what happened with the main cast so far, I suppose, is about, I want to say, a month in, maybe a little less, students started actually losing their abilities. And they couldn't use their powers anymore, and they had no fucking clue why. And they sadly did have to leave, some of them did. And this is what happened to a couple of my characters that I now have in there, which I'll explain why in a minute. But this is why a few teams actually got broken up and then had to be reformed as different teams, because they lost their teammates from losing their abilities. Oh, sorry about that. I burped granola. And no one really knew why people were losing abilities, but it eventually stopped. Because maybe someone stopped it. They aren't sure. Granola burp. Granola burp. After that, Owen starts acting out, as he always does. And he started looking for something called a Curic Stone, which he believed could help him gain power without having to work for it. He's not lazy per se, but he certainly wouldn't mind taking a shortcut. And got in trouble with that. Meanwhile, Jake was enjoying his own mini adventures, looking for helmets of the round table, because when he started with his quirk, he actually didn't think the Knights of the Round Table was his quirk. he thought it was the fact that he couldn't feel anything. And it's like, no, sweetie, you just have nerve damage. So he eventually gets to learn about all that shit about himself. And then villains started cropping up soon after. For instance, Daramo's villain is basically a ghost hunter. He's a yokai hunter, and he was tasked by someone to hunt her. So all of these kids are dealing with, like, different shit that's just been dropping in on them. Cool hat. Yeah, cool hat. That's his quirk. That's his sink. Cool hat. Oh! Popped my back and it felt great. So, the next big event that happened to everybody was, was it the tournament? No, was it the attack or the tournament?
Which one?
Which one happened first?
The attack did.
Did it?
And then the tournament happened because it's like we don't want to show villains.
Okay. Yeah, so the school was attacked a couple of months after that, once things started to cool down and the kids were no longer losing their sinks. And no one knows who attacked it. No one can really tell. The only person that knows, he assumes he killed that person who attacked. So a couple of students did sadly die from the attack because the school was actually, like, ruptured. The building was brought down in a way. And Liam and Alex had to rebuild that shit from the ground up. And it was bad, but they built everything back up. Everything looks really good now. And after that, they decide, well, they were already planning it, but they decide to go through with it. The school is not going to tolerate this sort of, you know, blatant attack on their students because most of their students fought against all this and did very well. And they held a tournament against 2 other schools. The tournament consisted of 10 teams from each school that would be put in a, not round robin, but what is it called, where it's like brackets, I think? They would be put in a bracket tournament where they would fight each other, pretty much, for the chance to live in Trivium and become students there free of charge. However, the trick is, a few teams already in Trivium would be booted, because they were there to prove that they deserved to be there, but either their grades were slacking really bad, they were like the team that was doing the worst, pretty much. And this was a sort of prove your worth moment. So that tournament happened, which is why now a few student teams from other schools have joined. Andal's team is one of them, the bear guy that we've been talking about a lot. I love him greatly. So after that, things seemed to calm down a little bit. The kids were starting to learn their stuff. And then a pink-haired man showed up. And Owen was the first to deal with this guy. Now, he thought he was just a cool dude and a fellow student, but he started, maybe accidentally on purpose, giving Owen what he called his sink, but it was actually a drug, to fuck with Owen and turn him into basically a crackhead yandere. It's called love sickness, which is what Owen calls now. And then the pink-haired guy just started doing this with a lot of people. A few people at least. And started making... Did he barely pass? No, Andal did good. Andal did a good job. Andal did good work. So, the current villain running around as of now is this pink-haired little devil called Cupid. And while trying to deal with Cupid, they learned that one of their fellow students, named Kazuma, was actually from the future. This guy was a second-generation sync user who came back in time to stop something. What that was, we are not sure. I don't even know if he was sure.
He was just trying to stop bullshit from because his future there was a whole ass superhero civil war, and so the whole reason why it even started was because Kazuma took his own life because he was going through horrible bullshit at home.
He had a horrible
And
home life.
yeah, and he basically what he was just like, fuck it, I'm over it. And then Jake,
Hi, Kazuma desu.
yeah, Jake, fucking Night Boy, he's an adult boy now in this future, takes the death of
Yeah, they're in their
heroes
like
very
late
toughly.
20s, early 30s. I think. No,
No, they're in their
mid
40s.
30s. Mid 30s,
40s.
40s.
Yeah. They fucking, he dies, they fucking,
And they just start fighting.
they're just like, how many times do heroes have to die? And
then they just start fighting amongst each other because they cannot come to a consensus.
So they can't come to a consensus because what happened was they fucking, let me get to that, Jesus Christ. So the whole thing is that Jake tried to pass the hero initiative, the hero registration ordinance, which would basically make it to where if you have a sync at all, you are to register into a database where everyone is able to know who you are.
Which is a terrifying thing.
It is both terrifying, yet it was the most easy thing because, like, his whole praxis, the whole reason was that, hey, there are fucking supervillains that crop up all the time, and we think we know who they are, but we really fucking don't.
Salem said it's there to stop Monroe from figuring out he can rip minerals from people's bones and become a dreadlord.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, so like Jake was like, hey, I'm tired of losing, friends, family, loved ones to these fucking assholes. If you register them all, then we know who they are, so that we can actually fucking understand where they are, or where they're going, or where they're at, or what they do. And then his best friend Nathan was just like, that's the stupidest shit ever, because we're superheroes, and why would you ever want to put everyone on a list that you can just kind of fucking reference?
And then find and kill, or worse, impersonate.
Yeah, and Jake's just like, well, you're the dumbest idiot ever because you're a billionaire fucking guy. You don't even really
you're
do
Batman.
shit anywhere. Anyway, and he's just like, bro, what are you fucking talking about? Fucking, I still go out there. I'm just a vigilante. I'm not really. And he's like, yeah, see, you're not even with the law. You're dumb. And then they fight each other.
Yeah, and then superheroes started picking sides. Like a bunch of them picked Jake, a bunch of them picked Nate, and then they all started just blowing shit up. It escalated to a very bad point, and a lot of people died. TRIVIUM Civil War, pretty much, kind of like the Hero Almanac and One Punch Man. Well, no. What they want to do, it doesn't matter if you're a hero. If you have an ability, if you have a sync, you're going on the list.
Yep.
And it's like saying, okay, what's your social security number? Put it on the internet. It's like, ooh,
and that's
no,
exactly it.
Ooh.
And it's like, it has a lot of identification information, but Jake's whole thing was just like, if everyone does it, it's not unfair. It's all, But that's the thing. Like, he was just trying to prevent more loss.
Super Doge.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, so then they fought. It was a horrible and bloody mess. Husband against wife, brother against brother. It was just a fucking horrible mess.
Yeah.
And then what happened is that Edgar was just like, hey,
man, this is the bad timeline.
this is not a good timeline. And then he was just like, hey, I'm gonna basically try to give us all a second chance. So Kazuma just recently died. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make him go back to the past because I can't do it directly. And he's gonna help the past idiots that fucked up
Yeah,
not
so
make
Edgar
this
basically just soul ripped Cosmo and said, "Hey, fucko," and then threw him 20 years in the past and went, "Fix your shit."
Well, it's not even his. He's just like, hey, we fucked up as a society. If you could just do us a good solid and just help us. He's like,
And just go to the
Man.
past, stuffs him in a box.
he's just like, man, I don't want to do any of this shit. You guys fucking deal with it. I tried to go by so I don't have to deal with this shit. And they're just like, ah, come on, be cool. I'll give you a scythe and you'll have your own punishment dimension. It's so sick. And he's just like, you were the dumbest fucker ever.
And
Why
then
do you think
Edgar
I'd
threw
want
him
this?
out. Said, "Go, child." I think the almanac also has documented monsters and villains too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey man, can you turn the timeline off and back on again, please? Thanks. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
And
much.
then Edgar basically just ruptured that timeline and said, "Okay, let's start over." Ba-na, ba-na, ba-da, da, 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 da. Vampire Prince! Hello, the Vampire Prince! Hello, everyone, welcome in. I wave. I wave, I wave. Let's give a shout out to the Vampire Prince. Are the children of the night. What music they make, exactly. Oh, babe. Leon's trying his baby bear
I did
bestest.
it.
You did it! Oof. Everyone, go say hi to Vampire Prince. But for those of you coming here and do not know me, help him on the floor. Welcome in. I am Desmond Dracula. I'm a vampire bat butler, also known as a battler. I go by he, him pronouns, and I like to draw as well as Worldbuild on Wednesdays. I also play a variety of games from RPGs to roguelikes. Eat the battler, you make food. Go eat your food, Scream Fog. But what were you doing, Vampire?
Hello there.
Thank you for the follow, Dave Rogue.
Devi Rogue. There we go. That's how you say it. Welcome in. Welcome to the Bat Cafe. Please take a seat. Enjoy your tea and enjoy your stay. Food is important. I've been
You are
eating
correct.
granola throughout stream, so yes. I gotta make food somehow. It became 9 p.m. I did see you still streaming. I'm like, is he okay?
Hello there.
My buddy, are you good? Thank you for the follow, Chronically Ick. Me too. And Drowsy Dreamer. Both of you, enjoy your stay and enjoy some tea while you're at it. I was working on making more website pages. Nice. And I'm assuming you just kind of got, like, zoned the fuck in. You just
Lost in the
locked
sauce.
in. Yeah, lost in the sauce. I got distracted.
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. We all get
You're good,
distracted.
buddy. But please go get some fucking food.
Yes, please get some food. Rest if you need it. I understand needing that post-stream rest. Because, holy fuck. And thank you so much for the raid. Mwah. Kiss on forehead. For the Vampire Prince. Pet him. But yeah, for those of you just now coming in and you're curious about what we're doing, we are discussing something called TRIVIUM. TRIVIUM is a roleplay-based, My Hero Academia, slightly inspired, story that me, Leon right here, and a good handful of our friends have been doing for the past few years. And we're going over the story itself. We've also discussed how the powers came to be. We've discussed what happened up to those years, like what happens to the poor kids, because these are first generation kids. They don't know what's happening. They're just got their powers pretty much. And we also went over the schools that cropped up to basically corral the kids into not blowing up the world and trying to make their powers feel like it has some sort of purpose instead of just turning to destructive forces. And Trivium is one of those schools. What I have on screen is the...
Oh, thank you for the sippy. Thank you, SCP.
I am thirsty. Make sure you're drinking too, Bebe.
I.
Make sure you're drinking!
No, don't drink like that.
But what I have on screen here is the architecture blueprint of the school. The light yellow are all the different hallways that connect the school. And the school's like 3 to 4 stories. And the big yellow triangle building in the middle is where classrooms are and food courts and like probably gyms at some point. And then the 3 square buildings outside are the different halls for the different roles. There's, just like in JRPGs, you have your tanks, your healers, and your damage dealers. So that's basically what this is. And we've also gone over how that layer will change. But what we were currently talking about was not AU, but like a timeline that was bunk, pretty much.
Yeah.
And as a desperate attempt to fix the timeline, the headmaster of this school yeeted a second generation sync student into the past to become a student of 2016, which is where this takes place. And that
Yeah.
the bungest time. It is the bungest timeline. He literally ripped that timeline apart.
Hello?
Yeah.
thank you for the
basically
follow now.
Ripped the entire timeline like a stab, or ripped like the skin off of its fucking flesh, and it made a brand new dimension which Desmond knows about.
It's called Limbo. Not from hell. It's its own separate weird-ass dimension that is now attached to Kazuma. And he's like, great, thanks, this is what I needed. Love that for me. This is great. So when Kazuma starts using his abilities more and his sync starts, opening up this Limbo dimension, kids start falling in.
Yeah.
Kids start falling in the dimension here and there. But it also is giving them clues as to this AU, this strange alternate timeline that Kazuma came from. And it's helping them put the pieces together to be like, oh fuck, we have to collect all this data so that we can avert the catastrophe that is this bullshit that happens. Because who knows, something else could very much like start that catastrophe all over again. And so they're trying to make sure by using Limbo to just not do that. So neat. Yeah. So the current arc that's happening, Limbo has just closed because they beat it technically, but at a very, very bad price. So because this dimension ripping thing was out and about and doing crazy shit, Kazuma decided to close it completely by destroying his father before he was born. Because his father is currently a teenager as well. And when he does so, yeah.
Yeah.
And when they all go to Limbo to help him with that, he succeeds. Limbo starts closing. The kids get out. But something happens, and we're not sure what happened, because this is the current arc we're on. Cupid, the pink drink twink that's making people yanderes, he's not around anymore. In fact, once they come out and they're on the other side of Limbo, there's a lot that's different. They have different team members. They have students there that they've never met before. They have friends they've never met before. In fact, they're in a new timeline altogether. One alternate to the one they started on. I'm interested in listening. Excellent. So, that is what they're currently dealing with.
Bullshit.
A new timeline where they're like, holy fuck, we didn't start here. Where are we now? Let me be a side character. 4,867. Fuck, I can't. Numbers. 487,600,506. Yeah, that one. 56. There we go.
Thank you for the tab,
56,
Blippi.
Everyone's slamming their fist out. Can I be side character? Please? So yeah, that is the current arc that we are on. We went through all the events that we've dealt with, and it's just slowly been ramping up. And right now, we're dealing with possibly where the fuck did Cupid go? Why did a whole ass villain disappear? And oh my god, half of the people I call annoying robot helper. Ah, yes, I see. Thank you.
Also, who the fuck's this new headmaster? What the hell?
That's true. They have a brand new headmaster. What originally was Edgar Fontaine, the guy who founded the school. He was their headmaster. However, when the school was attacked, he stepped down because the public was very pissed about the attack. And he afforded it to a family member named Jonathan Fontaine, or just John Fontaine. And John's been running it pretty good, but he's probably a puppet, and Edgar's probably still doing shit in the shadows, because that's what he does. In this timeline, John never got the job. This weird-ass dude named Daiki Euphoria, He is the headmaster and was supposedly on the the school council the whole time. And the kids don't. John Fontaine.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, let's just break him down and do his barest essentials. So, yeah, that is what the kids are currently dealing with. They're dealing with brand new students that they've never seen before. Jane. Damn. He got fucking nuked.
Reduced.
Fontaine, Bioshock PTSD.
No.
No, I don't think it's... Wait, what is that, Fontaine?
Fontaine, he's a fucking crackhead.
Oh. I've seen the first Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite, but I don't... Oh, it's that guy! It's the Would You Kindly guy!
Would you kindly?
Oh, it's that guy! Okay, I haven't seen that in a bit. I couldn't remember. Oh no, Edgar shows up. Would you kindly, everyone? But yeah, that's what everyone's currently dealing with. New timeline, new students. The old cast is running into the new cast because we invited a bunch of people to join. Who added their OCs. They transferred them as little cute TRIVIUM babies. And our ultimate goal is to watch these motherfuckers deal with bullshit, grow up, and prevent a catastrophe.
Yeah. No pressure.
No pressure. You're just going to run into a world-ending catastrophe. Figure out how to fix it. Oh, right. And the most current thing we're dealing with, because Duncan's a crackhead, he threw open, quite literally, the
Wait
gates
a
of
minute,
hell.
Hold on. So.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of backstory, a
course.
little bit of seasoning.
Would they become a catastrophe? That's true, they could.
Yeah, they could become a catastrophe also though, so Vual's just like, hey, this timeline sucks balls. Hey, demonologist, would you like to learn all the demons?
Right. So Vual is a Duke of Hell. He is a demon who is sick of the timeline being fucked with. He's sick of it. He was a fallen angel, he was a power, and he was a time angel. He was the dude who kept time in order. When he fell, that ideology didn't go away. He still likes to be a fucking control freak and be like, no, the timeline must be perfect. And he kind of went to Duncan, a dude who he knows can open the gates of hell, and went, hey bud, I have friends that can help you. Here's their address. And fucked off. And Duncan went, what can go wrong? And literally opened the gates and said, okay, all of you come on out if you wanna. And now there's demons running around the world. So, that's literally just happened. Duncan threw the gates open like, what, fucking an hour ago in the story? So, yeah. No pressure, but fix the nuclear level problem. Exactly. Make sure your friends don't try to kill each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Duncan did that a few hours ago in story. And then we will be moving on very soon to see the effects of that, as well as what the kids will be doing to up their powers and what their goals are. So, yeah, any questions? Lillian, you've been here the whole time too, so no excuses. I'm gonna get a drink too while I'm at it. Whew, water. Yeah, one question. Yes. What's your question? I'm not starting over, if that's your question. I'm gonna cry if that's your question. Hey, one question. What do I do? What's the story about? Me punches you. Also, babe, if you want to add anything. Babe. I said if you want to add anything.
What am I adding to? Fuck, my
fucking
brain.
anything. Whatever you want to say. Because we're at the end of the timeline.
Yeah, I mean,
Currently.
Right now, it's just kind of like get back to the alpha. They're gonna need to find Edgar at some point. There's an explosion in the ocean. Don't worry about that.
I do remember the explosion in the ocean in another area. Asked, where's the portal to Vandal that keeps making OCs go back and forth? The portal is my brain. It's called I really like both. Something's alive in the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, the portal between Vandal... Time is convoluted in Vandal, so... Or I guess space-time. Because I will take all of my OCs and make them into Vandal OCs. And then I will take all my Vandal OCs and make them into Trivium OCs. Time to seal the portal in Desmond's brain. No, I want that open! Leave that
Flick seal.
No, leave that wide open! I'm allowed to have all of my characters hop between worlds, thank you.
Yeah.
Could I theoretically be a rat, but a time-hopping rat that doesn't do much but show up every time altercation? I'm sure.
Doesn't do anything. Hey, what's up, guys? Who the fuck are you?
No, fuck.
Alright,
Oh,
thanks, see you
shit!
later.
A rat! And that's it. The sun is a deadly laser. Not anymore, there's a blanket. Is our stream going to just devolve into me quoting the history of the entire world, I guess?
Probably.
Cause I can quote that shit, and I will. You
I
cannot
know.
stop me.
I couldn't stop you before. I can't fucking do it now.
Nope. Merchants probably, and they've got spices. I love saying this stupid shit with Bowman.
Yeah.
Cause that gets Bowman every time. And they've got spices. Okay, so actual question. Yes.
Okay.
No. Medic, no. Medic hit me with the fire, no.
You can't hit Lilin with another no.
What is the threshold for people joining Trivium? Like, do you need combat focus powers? No. You can
Not
have...
necessarily. So, what you need to do is you need to have enough sync acumen to kind of show off that you're not just like water moving man.
Yeah, like if you blink and the TV changes channels, like that's your ability. It's like, no. You need to have some sort of power behind it, but it doesn't have to be combat focused or devastating, yeah.
Oh, fuck. My
Ah, fuck, never mind, my question's node. It's okay, I'll answer it anyway. I'm literally about to be a timer.
Fuck yeah.
I wanna be a timer.
My homie fucking Crunkstilies.
Homie.
The time rat.
Skillies. Is that like dance skillies?
Don't ever talk about dance skillies here
Why not?
in my safe home.
This is my home. This is my cafe.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll leave.
No, wait, come back.
You're
I love
right.
you. No.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Well, I mean,
you're
your oven's right over there. I mean,
Yeah.
your forge is right over there.
Yeah, bye.
No, you gotta stay. Donzi, the time rat.
Yeah.
Knowing your go-kart race was genuinely one of my hardest laughs I've ever had. That shit was great.
That was fucked up, Lilin. Oh my god, I got it. Can I use the no for Lilin's race? Yeah, sure. Blam, no. I still think about that in the dead of night.
Lilin wakes up in a cold sweat. Medic knowed my win.
That was crazy. That was
fucked up. Medic, you're ruthless.
That was so ruthless, dude.
That shit was funny. I won't forget when Blippi stretched and fucking outbolted everyone.
God,
That shit was funny.
that was man, I need to get back to board games.
I know you do. You need to get back to torture board games to torture people. Yeah, SBC. People who are here, who don't know what we're discussing. Leon here is a maverick and a crackhead, and we love him. And he created a board game on his stream where we had to run around. It was like Mario Party, but on steroids. We were given items such as no. As in, if someone does something, you can just tell them no, and it doesn't happen. Lilin, I believe, won a go-kart race.
No, it was about to.
Or was about to, and Medic
then-
hit him with no. And he couldn't move. Board Game Season 2, let's go. Technically Season 3, he did 2 of these.
Yeah. Blippi won the second
Blippi won the
one.
second one. Oh yeah, and during that little race, Blippi did not move a single fucking inch for like 4 rolls. And then it was nothing but Blippi for the whole rolls. And Blippi just fucking blitzed people. It was really funny. I will never forget. Ooh, time to spill the bad wheel. Ooh, time to spin the good wheel. Oh, hey, time to spin the bad wheel. Because it just kept hopping back and forth between wheels. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Any other questions about Trivium? Because we went over pretty much everything that's happened. We've gone over what they're currently dealing with, which is, hey man, where did Cupid go? And also, hey man, why are we in a new timeline, bro?
There it is. Pain of game, pain game.
Game of pain. I'm sorry.
Objective survive.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
God.
How big are the air vents? Are you asking for rend? Are you trying to find a way for him to get away from Barons? 'Cause you can't. Oh yeah, and because these kids are all super freaks, I did mention most of the people teaching them, quote unquote, are supernatural. They are vampires, werewolves, revenants, gonna be a Doulahan. They are supernatural creatures that decided to agree to help Edgar.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Mebdink won and released chaos into the world.
Yeah, Medic won. Mebdink win. That's where Mebdink came from. You did not mention that. Well, I'm mentioning it now. What if someone had a useless power but uses it in combat situations? Okay, give me an example. Rat finna pull up like you done goofed. What if friend went to meet a silly kiddo that can paint everywhere and use him as a diversion since his painting makes people sick? Oh my god. Which character is this?
I'm gonna put this in VC chat because this is just such a stupid fucking thing I did.
Like making flowers grow and then aggressively throwing new allergies at people. I mean, there is a character, he calls himself Hawthorne, his hero name. By the way, you get hero names. You can pick a hero name if you want. His hero name is Hawthorne, and he grows flowers on his head, but he can also control little vines, and he uses little flowers to agitate you, and also heal, if he wants to. Now, his abilities aren't super strong, which is why his team did not win. And it's also why he's not in Trivium, but, yeah, it depends. Right, time about to go on. Is that appropriate?
Yeah, right, that beat.
Ah, thank you, Lillian.
If you want me to send that from my Vandalt playlist,
I could probably Google it.
yeah, no, I got you.
I know it's like the rat dance or whatever. Jesus Christ, Barrow! Weavik was going to be purposeful villain when he became a villain via accomplice. Alright, you can also make a villain. You don't technically have to make a student, you can make a villain. I have a couple of villains running around. Although one of them is no longer a villain because the timeline's different. He's cool. Well, actually, a couple aren't. They're cool. But it's really funny watching the people who were used to them being villains going, are you different? Are you changed? Are you bad still? And it's really funny. Evil rat? Question mark? Question mark? Evil rat? Maybe. I didn't make an evil rat. I made... Okay, well, Caleb didn't want to be a villain. He turned into a villain when Juniper was big mean bitch to him and left him alone. What happened? Oh, did you put it in VC? There it is. Here, let me pause my beautiful piano music and let's Everyone knows this song if they're in Vandalt. my
Body with the PSD.
I thought you were fighting another treasure
Oh
gentleman.
god, I have to fight. Oh fuck.
Pay to win.
No! Need a distraction. I hit with the dance of the 90s boombox. Hell yeah. Don't worry, guys. I will give you PTSD by listening to this. Anyway. I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't mean to jump scare y'all. But yeah, let's go back to the gentle, calming piano. Pretty. It's my Endwalker piano covers. They're very pretty. Because I like Endwalker. I also like Shadowlands. I should probably... Or Shadow... What is it called?
Bringers.
Shadowbringers, yeah. I should probably find Shadowbringers piano covers as well. Because it's pretty music. Yes. But yeah, any other questions? I'm very curious.
Here to help?
I'm gonna go make the rat. Go make your rat, buddy. Live your rat dreams. A gentle piano remix of Trevor Gentleman theme.
Well, I'm gonna see if it exists.
Oh no. We want no. What material are the windows made of? Shit that you cannot break because it was made by Hephaestus. In fact, the only reason the school was even destroyed was because, some of the concrete in the front of the building that could be moved by a villain moved enough to crush Alex's legs, and Liam got so pissed he started destroying the building trying to get to this evil bitch. That's the only reason the school started going down. Otherwise, you can't really do anything to it.
Dude, it's such a chill version of the song.
Did you find it? Oh my god, he found it. Ah, Unbreakium. Damn. Yeah, you can't really break it. You can manipulate it if you have such abilities. Oh my god, I have to listen to this. Let's do it. Sounds like a funeral march. I feel like I'm going to my death. Plot armorium. Because I know, Vine, for instance, he'll be able to pick up some of the stone underneath it and move it that way, kind of. And he can manipulate the stonework, but he can't move, like, hardly any of it else. Like, if he threw a rock at the fucking window, it would not shatter. Well...
I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say, how easy is it to break it if Edgar could throw Adokin through a window?
Well, to be fair, he uses a fucking bolt of
Okay,
pure
so
just
if
energy.
you're using God energy, maybe you can break it, because
You can break it.
it's just tough. It's meant to, you know, withstand super-powered kids. So it's real hard to break. So you have to be a pretty strong superpower in order to do it. Song that might play when you fight a treasure throglin.
No, I found the treasure stock.
Oh, we found the Fonk remix. Oh, good. Now we're gonna get blasted in the fucking... Now we're gonna have to fight a final boss. Thanks. Alright, but other than that, I think we're done talking about Trivium for the time being. Unless
bye.
you have a... Wow! I was gonna say, unless you have other stuff you want to add, or if people have any other queries or suggestions or anything.
Questions or suggestions, or maybe Lilin wants to finally throw his hat in the ring in the written word.
Lillian's
Oh,
been
this is
asking
sad.
nothing but questions.
Well, maybe he would like to maybe say, hey, I want to join this battle. want to
I
join the boy kissing
might.
club.
Bro, I love the boy kissing club. Now that I know
Now
what the
that
fuck is happening. Yeah?
That is fair.
What the hap is fucking. Yeah, now that you know what the hap is fucking, you can join, dude.
I really do need to, because I've been just so non-lifing fucking Vandal that I kind of put everything else on the back burner. I really need to get back to
You're like,
doing
man,
Trivium.
Trivium sucks, and then you threw it.
It doesn't suck.
I love Trivium. I don't think Ren can slash it then, because I've been mulling over the
He probably
bullshit Eldritch thing he's been dealing with, and I think it's some leftover thing for beings that lived between realities, so ancient, but not necessarily powerful. You know what? That's fair. Adokin would not be able to punch the window open, if that helps.
Yeah, Distortion could probably pop a hole in it. Like, even if it's not... Because, so, Liam is all physical. That means that the things that he makes that are magically inclined, not very good.
Well,
so
that's why Alex does it.
I know.
Because he's like, your magic sucks, idiot. That's why I learned how to do it.
And that's the thing. So, like, if you have Liam make, like, moon silver, he fucking hates it. Because that's all magical bullshit. And Liam's just like, give me, like, adamantium or anything else.
Please don't make me make magic items. This sucks.
Yeah, if you hand me an item and say, make this magical, I'm going to hand you a fist of the butthole. Because you're not going to get what you asked for.
Ask Alex. He'll bitch less about it. He'll ask why you need it, depending on who you are.
If you need a physical, like if you need an adamantium blade or fucking some kind of titan steel blade, which he will never make you a titan steel blade, by the way, yeah, that's all him. But if you have him make moon silver or fucking enchanted steel or something, he's like, go fuck your high yourself from top to bottom.
Fair. It's going EP. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye, Ellie. Have a good sleepies. Not gonna lie, I might pull a Desmond and port Izzy into Trivium. I did that with Amaris. Amaris is my, sort of Campaign 1, OC that I made. Specifically for Vandalt. And then I went, but what if I made him a Trivium OC? And now his name is Amari. He is a cute little purple fairy boy. And I love him. He's a good boy!
He's a boy.
I haven't drawn him in a while. Hold on. Where is he? Let me see if I can go find a picture of him. Amari! Where are you, my little baby boy? My little fairy? My little... my son. Mon chéri. Where is my son?
Where is my son?
Where is my son? Do-do-do-do! Here is my son! There's my son.
He's gay.
He is gay. Look at him! His hair is not that long. This is Amaris from Vandalt. This is him as a fresh 25 something or another. In Trivium, I've shrunk him down to 16, so I've removed all of his aspects of, you know, where's my gay son? Yeah. So, Trivium Amari does not have this on his head. That's not there. He also doesn't have his hair this long. It probably comes to about here, and that's about it. So this isn't here. He does use these needles. But the way he fights is that they're black. So when he throws them, he can pull them back to himself, because he can manipulate shadow and just anything that's been dyed a black color. If it absorbs light, he can control it for some reason. Monroe really wants to be Amari's friend, because he thinks his powers are comforting and wants to yap with him about crystals. He wouldn't get the crystal talk, but he'd be like, yep. And he doesn't mind helping people. I thought he and Bregov were the same dude. No, Bregov is just a cute little goblin who was born of a shade elf, which is what Amaris is. Amaris is a shade elf, so they look pretty similar. He's my baby. This is my son. This is my gay son. My gay femboy trans son, and I love him. So, yeah, if you want to transfer over, Amaris is Bregov's dad. Got it. Maybe in another life, perhaps. Bregov is actually an Eldrig original, though. Bregov was made as a Gobel underling hybrid, which is why he has the naturally black like markings. Time to break the universe again. Let's go. Let's fucking break the universe. But yeah. So if you want to transfer Vand characters into Trivium, go for it. And if you want to take later Trivium characters and put it in Vand, go for it. They are all from Trivium. Hold on, let me go find the ones I drew. I have a big ol' list. Can't open that one. That's, Here it is. So, Alex is Alistair. There he is. Honey is Hania, because Honey is also from Trivium. She's married to Liam. Amari is Amaris. He's a boy. I made Talim as well. I made him an orc, landborn. Owen is Owen, or Owain. He's just a human. Galim is just a dude. Rembrandt is literally just Bobby. Who is also currently in jail for trying to beat the shit out of the headmaster with a bat. Fun fact, he kind of lost his shit and tried to beat the fuck out of a headmaster with the bat. Not the good one. Not Edgar or John. He tried to beat the fuck out of Dikey. Because in this timeline, Aaron Fontaine, y'all from Vandalt would know him as Aaron Tarles. He died in this timeline, and Bobby is kind of desperately in love with him. Does Bobby also bite people? Yeah, sometimes, if they ask nicely. But, yeah, Bobby was fucking beside himself with grief. And something happened to him. He was trying to leave, but then just something struck him. And then he decided to grab a metal bat made by Liam, before Liam went to jail, and, start swinging in on Dikey, on the current headmaster. He didn't actually hit him. He stopped himself from actually beating the shit out of him, but security came by and zapped him to death almost. And now he's in jail. He's in prison for trying to assault the headmaster. He's in jail, not prison.
He's in turbo jail.
So he's in prison.
He's mega prison.
And then we've got Adokin, aka Ken. Adokin is going to be a gay baby jail. He is gay. He is a gay man, so he is in... Adokin is just Ken, is just Adokin. Same dude, same guy. He's currently at home trying not to lose his marbles because Edgar is in prison too. Lots of dudes in prison because there was a lot more death in this universe, in this timeline. A lot more students got killed. So a lot more dudes had to pay. And, so yeah, Adokin's just trying not to lose his fucking mind. Because Edgar's not there to keep him calm. I'm sensing a prison-shaped theme. Hey, this is the prison ending, and we didn't mean to get there. Bobby, Edgar, prison break. No, Bobby, Liam, prison break, and then they go break out Edgar together. They need to prison break together. And then we have Lavash right here. He's technically Vinay, who is a human-looking demon guy running around protecting Duncan, because, once again, remember, Duncan kind of opened up the gates of hell. So there's demons everywhere. And Vinay's just protecting him. Gregor and Zeke are my own babies. They're Vandalt exclusives. And then we have... I made Marco and Diego. These silly boys. But yeah, you can definitely transfer them. It's great. If you want Izzy to be cute dinosaur still, it will work. She's just got a dinosaur, like a dragon sync. I don't know what her powers would be, but she would just be a cute little Dorgan.
Like, what the fuck? Why can't you go back? Oh, that's weird.
Why can't you Dino sync? Yeah. But with that, I think we can fuck off, right? I think we can check out. Power, cute dinosaur. Exactly. Power, cute dinosaur.
Dinosaur Fujoshi.
Bro, she would have
Okay,
loved
that's
the
fine.
first headmaster then, because he was in a gay relationship.
Is still.
Yeah, but he's also in jail.
Yeah.
And his boyfriend's losing his fucking mind. I cast tungsten ballsack. What does that mean?
I cast manual breathing.
No! Anyway, let's head on out, shall we? Thank you guys for listening to us ramble and rant about this stuff, because Trivium is fun, and I hope you guys understand what the fuck is happening a little bit when we talk about it. I didn't cover all of the characters, but I did talk about a good amount of them. There are a lot of OCs, and I cast Endless Stream. Oh fuck no, I'm peeing forever.
Wait, Desmond, one last question. Oh shit.
Oh, yeah, what's up? I cast Total Tongue Awareness. No! Can you go everything again? I forgot. I'm gonna fucking kill him! I'm going to punch him.
What's Vandal? Oh.
What's Vandal? Damn!
I guess I'll just go lay
I'm
down.
sad! What's
I guess I'll
Vandal?
go lay
You
down
silly
now.
bastard.
I'm depression.
Don't be depression. Have an expression. Wait. That sounded stupid. Anyway, y'all want to go see a cat girl stealing stuff from places and bringing it back to the tax man? Me too. Let's go. No depress. Ban Lilin. No, don't ban him! Alright, grab your messages. The first one is if you have my emotes, the second is if you do not, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna play me some Oblivion. Apparently, the shit bangs, and it's really good, and I'm real excited for that, actually. Lilin's your band. Oh, no! But yeah, Lilin, if you have further questions, or if you want to actually get started, I would be down to help you, and I'm sure Liam would actually... Leon, not Liam. See? I swear to God. Leon would probably be the better person to talk to about it. Because he's the story runner, and he knows more about certain stuff than I do. But for now, the cafe is closing. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Oblivion! Ba- ba-na-na, ba-na-na, ba-na-na.
Self-coitus.
Self-coitus?
You go fuck himself.
Oh, was I told to go fuck myself?
Ow.